Oh, here we go. Kinky. Yeah. Thanks for the help for clearing my empties. Check out JT the Watcher's date night. Vote for Joey. See, now, this is, yeah, Joey for president. Thank you, Kinky, for playing.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for tipping
Later,
the
Kinky.
show. I will see you at Hackamania.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Date Night with JT, episode 18, DabbleCon 2023. As you can see, I am joined here with Kiki Loco, who we'll get to in just a moment, but real quick, first, just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. But we left off a couple weeks ago after we wrapped up the month of January of 2023 in the world of El Horrible, and now we are here. We are finally at DabbleCon. It happened February 34th, 2023 in Rochester, New York, from Comedy at the Carlson. As you can see, that's where we are on tonight's date. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
All right. Are you glad to be back at the Carlson?
Not particularly. Actually, I do actually like the Carlson. Vinny's a good guy.
Yeah, he's not bad. Vinny, he's not bad as long as he's not working. If he's working and you're like aggravating him, he gets upset. But
Or if you're late to breakfast.
Exactly. Real quick before we continue on with the shindig, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. There's a supertip.gg/JT if you're into it. You can follow me on X at JT the Watcher, email jtthewatcher@gmail.com. And there are YouTube memberships that start at $1.99. And we are currently working on something which I'm going to play for you guys in just a second. But if you're a $1.99 member, you're an Ooga Booga. But there's a special group of people out there, and those are the watchers. The real ones, I would say, who can afford a $3.99 tier. And you get everything the $1.99 tier gets except for this right here. And that's a shout out at the beginning of the show. So thank you to Darth Nugs, Graham Wellington, Steph Renee, Michigan Tim, SJBot 3000, Trigger, Backdoor Benji, Kinky Loco, The Ghost of Mr. P, Tukey Sock Account, Hunter Duke, Flashy Vic. And that is your Watchers roll call. And thank you all for your generous support. Yeah, I did mention about, I kind of put this out the other day. I'm not sure if anybody here saw it, but I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys. Before we get into tonight's date night, there's a quick plug here. A lot of the stuff we did for Hackamania, pre-Hackamania, we recorded. I currently just finished editing one night of recording that we did, and hopefully you guys will see that soon. And also, hopefully you guys will see Cardiff watching Tukey Soup live from Hackamania pretty soon also. I'm not sure if that's going to be live or recorded. That's also in the works. But here's just a quick clip of something we put together.
All right. Thank you for
punch it out.
Thank you for everything and for dealing with me and these awkward meetings where I don't know how to explain anything.
That'd be great.
Oh, God. It's going to be something.
Kevin's going to love it. Chad's going to love it. They're all going to.
I think people like it. You know, like I said, I think the fact that we even put work into it is all a lot of people are looking for. And once they see the puppets.
It compared to what any other live show in this universe ever done, this is
right. Yeah, this is
far beyond.
I think so. We shall see. But all right, dude.
All right,
I'll talk to you. Have a good trip.
I'll see you soon. And that was actually from our last recording that we did. I think like 2 days before Hackamania or something. A lot of that stuff we're hoping to get out there to everybody so they could check it out. Yeah.
Does he talk about how much he hates his fans?
He talked about how much he thought the show was gonna suck and it wasn't gonna go well and this and that. And the whole time I'm like, dude, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever if we do this. And he's like, I don't know, man, I don't know. But I was definitely championing it the whole time, and I was right. I would say people seem to enjoy it, which I'm glad.
I still haven't seen it, to be honest.
Still haven't seen it.
I haven't watched any Hackamania stuff yet.
Well, dude, Cardiff is doing a watch along because he hasn't seen it.
I'll probably watch it then.
Yeah, like I said, I think we're gonna do it tomorrow at some point, and I'm not sure if they decided to do it live or recorded. So, but definitely, that's as much as I know. To be honest with you, that's the last update I got. So, wait till then to watch it. Then, if you haven't seen it yet, just wait till Cardiff watch, and then everyone can watch it along with Cardiff. But before we continue here, we do have to pay some of the bills. You know how it goes. Thank you, Waiver, for becoming a member. Thank you, Waiver, for your 99-cent super chat. beaming face with smiley eyes.
Hey, how does it feel to already have your own alt account of, not that you have it, but JT's Big Red Nose that's been showing up in the chats?
Yeah,
I was laughing about that today.
I don't know who that is. I don't know if it's somebody we know or if it's somebody out there.
But you got to admit that's pretty cool, right? You already got your own, like there's Cardiff's Calves out there and stuff like that. Now we got JT's Big Red Nose.
I guess that's a sign of making it in the Dabbleverse.
Yeah.
Again, Waiver, thank you for the wrinkle face. Again, Waiver, thank you again. Hi, JT, first time, long time. We could tell. And 420 you gave. I like that, Waiver.
I think we have to make Waiver the producer for tonight.
Smiling face with hard eyes. I don't know how he's doing the thing with it's 99 cents. I don't know how he's thinking face. Or is that like an like a super sticker? Or am I just retarded?
I think
it
he
could
was
be a super sticker.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was being funny and typing in what emoji he wanted, but I think that's actually how it shows up sometimes. It describes the emoji rather than show it to us.
Yeah, we're using Eevee Mux here, so unfortunately we kind of get like a transcription of what it is. So again, I'm a hack. Like I don't know what to say. Well, and is it one pawn gifting a membership? Thank you. Was there another one? There was another one. Waiver gifting a membership. All right, I think that's all the donations so far. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Waiver, especially. My God. All right, can we get to DabbleCon 2023 now?
Let's do it.
All right, well, let's get that off the screen, folks. All right, now you were there. I was not there. So can you kind of describe like your journey to DabbleCon and what you experienced?
Yeah, so that was February 2nd, I think, was the
4th.
3rd and 4th. Okay, I knew it was like the first couple of days. Ended up, we didn't know it ahead of time. There was some news about it, but there was going to be a snowstorm, and ended up being the coldest night in Rochester, the first night of DabbleCon. So it was, I think, -2 when we got to the venue that night. So that was pretty funny. A lot of people canceled, but what was funny is that the place was packed. And I think, because this was the first, I had been to the, what's that show? The Creep Off Roast before that. But that's a much smaller fan base. So there was 100 people there probably for that show. DabbleCon.
Was that in
Go ahead, sorry.
Was that in the Rickles room?
I think so. I don't remember what room is what.
Venue.
Yeah, and that was also my first time there. Yeah, it would make sense that it was in the smaller venue. Yeah, that was fun. And then DabbleCon, I didn't know what to expect. I don't think anyone did. With it being so cold, and we had never done a live John show like that before. And then it ended up being 200 something people showed up, and you could tell even the hosts, I think, were blown away by the turnout. Because they were all smiles. They were handshaking us all as we walked in. It was kind of, at the time, it was cool because, none of us knew each other yet. We all really met each other at that show and stuff.
Well, yeah, at the show they had the whole WATP cast and crew, the whole Shuli Network cast and crew, and then many other dabblers that people might have not have known back then, but later became people and stuff like that. So there was definitely a big turnout. I think I said it before, I unfortunately was not able to make it there. I wanted to, but things happened. I couldn't make it.
Yeah, because you were in the chats back then, right? I remember.
I was
just
you,
you were your real name at the time?
I was a different name. Yes, I would say that. And then I quickly realized oh wait a minute, I should probably create something or change something. And then I remember making a the avatar from the movie Sling Blade. The guy who's deli or something. It's a shit show.
Yeah.
But you described how great of a place Rochester was. So here's a quick I guess a promo that BeDabbler made for DabbleCon 1 that shows you just how much of a great time everyone will be having.
Live from beautiful sunny Rochester, New York, it's DabbleCon 2023. Get your monkeypox vaccines, kids, because dabblers from all over the world are meeting at one tropical paradise. February 3rd and 4th, Rochester, New York. All your favorite dabblers will be there, like this one, and this one, and this one, and some comedians and other people. And did someone say big fucking tits? But the question remains, will the big guy himself be there? With the amount of celebrity he's been receiving lately, you'd think he'd have to be a drunken idiot not to walk the brown carpet into DabbleCon 2023 from Rochester, New York. Tickets available now at WATPlive.com. Live!
After watching that, it's like, how can you not want to go? It looks like an amazing place and amazing time.
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't know who this guy is. Thank you, Eugene Neil Breen. $1.99. Thanks, pal. When will we have our
Jugio. The Y is pronounced like a J. So it's Jugio.
What is that?
Oh, it's some Jew card game.
Oh my god, get that off this. Thank you. I don't know why he would insist on that. But yeah, so BeDabbler ended up going to this show on his own, as many dabblers seem to do, at many of these live events and meetups. Just travel alone. Remember he had kind of like a little GoFundMe, or not like a Ko-Fi thing, where he was like, any money you send goes towards my trip to DabbleCon. Kevin Dumbfuck and OJ, I think, had a big sponsor help them out get to DabbleCon. And well, BeDabbler at the time didn't remember, we were just watching a few of his shows and everything. He just started doing his own live stream a few months prior. He wasn't on the bill at the event or anything like that, but he was in attendance in the audience. And I should probably get this set up. I'm so horrible. And following after night one of DabbleCon, they did like an after show thing, kind of. He was able to like live stream on YouTube as everyone was still hanging out in the event. And I guess there was like karaoke and stuff going on, and he was walking around in his mask with his phone out recording. So we got some highlights from that there. You remember seeing him walking around with his little phone out, right?
Yeah, I was one of the few people, I think, that was... I was already talking to Rocco behind the scenes at this point. Because like I said, none of us knew each other in person, so some of us kind of like were talking ahead of time so that we'd because we didn't know what to expect. So we were talking to each other, and when he got there, he came and set up all his stuff, and I was watching it for him, like his cameras and stuff, while he set up his stuff. And he had that boa on, and the feathers were leaking all over the place, and the people had I don't know if it was the cleaning staff or the managerial staff, but somebody made a comment to him that he needed to stop dropping feathers everywhere.
Yeah, you're gonna see that during this clip here, and I'm not sure what this is about. Oh my! Last episode of Kinky Soup was fire. When's the next episode?
Next time I'm mad enough at Carl to make one.
That's perfect. I wonder if old Umlaut might join us today. I don't know. He wasn't there at DabbleCon either, so. But we're gonna go ahead and watch a few, I guess, clips. Or not clips. I just kind of like took his show and edited it down, like half of it. There is a part in the middle where Kevin Dumbfuck, who was at attendance, does show up, and they have a little bit of an encounter, which we will get to. So here we go.
Device rotation, rotate. Oh, okay. So we gotta go like that.
What's happening, dabblers? I am here live at DabbleCon with
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Roast.
live.
I think we all know now who that man is, and that is, of course, Dylan from somewhere.
Yep.
I'm sorry I have to do this. Dang Lizard, $2 euro. Still hasn't got American money yet. It's been in America for like a month now. It was nice to meet you, JT, as Shmuel calls you. Or TJ, as Shmuel calls you. Does Shmuel call me TJ? Oh, that's Tommy Jordan. But thank you, Dan. And safe travels. I mean, you survived this long with Soft. Hopefully you can make it back home safe. And,
Yeah, imagine you die after you hang out with Soft for a week.
I know. I heard there might be some videos coming from that road trip, which I'm looking forward to if there are any. All right, back to Dylan here as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast.
In person, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast. You missed the brilliance, people. It was all here on stage tonight, and maybe you could ask John, because
That was the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast. Everybody, this is a crazy. If you're not here, you're definitely missing it. All right, there's 3 people. Thank you, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast.
Absolutely.
It was great meeting you, man.
Watch me, Dabbler.
All right, let's see who else we can find here. It's hard to do this all, and let's see.
Now, where he's doing this currently is in the main room, where like the whole big event and everything took place. There is a smaller room called the Rickles Room at the Carlson, and I saw Subreddit Surfing live there, and there are talks. Well, I know Carl has mentioned it, like I think on the last WATP show the other night about DabbleCon 3, but unfortunately, due to all the lawsuits, I don't think they could like have a day or a place yet or anything. But there are rumors of that. I have no clue about any of that stuff. I know everybody's talking about Hackmania still and stuff like that. I think so. Of course, people are, FOMO. People want to know when the next big live event is.
I'm still thinking about Rodney's. I'm not even at Hackmania yet.
Well, there's a Rodney show next month, isn't there? With Levy, Chad, and KB.
Do you think it'll really happen? I mean, if it really happens, I might actually drive down there for it. But I don't know if it'll really will.
I don't know. I have no idea, dude. I know if there is one, Tommy Jordan will be there, and I'll just follow him.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be there for sure.
I was gonna make a joke. I don't want him to yell at me again, so I won't tease him.
Who, Tommy?
Yeah.
Tommy's a great dude. I know we all say things, and Tommy sometimes could get a little out of hand on shows, but I think you met him in person as well. I mean,
Not that he remembers.
Oh, yeah, he did forget. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can understand how he could forget, meeting people, but unfortunately, Tommy Jordan was not at DabbleCon 1, but a lot of other people were.
Can I move or change the? Hold on. Oh my God, the technical difficulties have been horrible.
They are the show. You're
They are.
missing out, folks. The technical difficulties on this end. It's the show.
Who should we go talk to?
All right, that was like a quick cut there, but now he's out in the hallway and here.
I was just about to say how he's in that room after the show is over for the night now. So that room looks kind of empty because a lot of people had already filtered out to the bar to get drinks and whatever, use the bathroom. So you're only seeing maybe a third of the people, if that, in that room at that time.
You said earlier there was like, what do you think, like 200 people showed up to this?
I would say it was probably 200, yeah.
And it being Rochester in February, and like you said, it was like 0 degrees outside.
Yep.
Can I just say hello to you, sir?
Yeah, of course.
Do you mind being live?
Not at all.
Producer Chris, everybody! You're missing everything! Good to see you, buddy. Go! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, Dr. Steve! Hold on, Dr. Steve!
he's like a kid in a candy store. You know, he's just walking around seeing all these people, and he's like so excited.
Yeah.
He's so young. I mean, El Horrible was so young at this time, and so,
He looks fatter too at this time.
I know. I wasn't gonna say. I mean, I'm not one to talk about people's weight, but I did.
I will. I'm thin. I'll make fun of him.
Thank you.
It's Dr. Steve, everybody. How are you, my friend?
Good. I see your mom let you out.
My mom let me come to DabbleCon.
Woo!
And Dr. Steve
DabbleCon.
Dr. Steve is here. Everybody, you are missing everything.
Are you live streaming?
I am live streaming.
Shit, fine.
Sorry, Dr. Steve. Thank you. Brilliant. All brilliant from Dr. Steve.
Nobody trusted him yet.
Nobody trusted El Horrible yet.
Yeah, everyone's worried that he's live streaming when they realize it's funny.
Yeah, well, nobody knew him. I mean, I can understand that. They knew him from the Dabble Court, which we covered a few weeks ago, and all that fiasco. But I don't think nobody really knew his full potential yet.
Let's see who else. Hey, there's Chad. Chad Zumach is here. Hey, what's up, Chad?
I didn't know until I'm rattling with rage. Everybody's having fun.
Skinny Chad.
No one thought.
Yes, that is the Skinny Chad, who I think was the one who sent Carl those.
I was gonna say this is pre-hamburger pants.
Yeah, this is pre-hamburger pants, and all that stuff. We will see a video of Skinny Chad later tonight.
That you would make it, Chad.
No, I didn't even think I'd make it.
When did you get in?
I was here on the dot to make sure no one
That is beautiful.
could get in. Cometh the hour, cometh the Z-Man.
That's fucking Chad. He's a fucking idiot. There's a fucking Brennan. You're a fucking
You
idiot.
bet I am.
Chad, you're a fucking idiot.
If I'm gonna be an idiot, I'm gonna be the biggest, most obnoxious idiot. You never know.
Okay, I'm gonna start out right now and say Chad's a fucking idiot. Hey, Mike Morris. We're live streaming. You mind if we're live streaming?
How you doing, guys?
Live streaming with Mike Morris at DabbleCon. Skull, you're missing everything. What are you doing at home?
Tables up, sweep the floors, clock out and get as drunk as you folks are right now. So you can settle.
I met Mike Morris once. It was at the Uncle Rico guys did like a live show in Poughkeepsie, I think. Was it 2 years ago at the Laugh It Up place?
Yeah, I think that was about 2 years ago.
I think like Zen worked there. I mean, Levy was still with him at the time. So all those guys like decided to do a show in Poughkeepsie. I went to, and I think I like El Horrible and OJ were live, and I like called in after the show, gave like a quick report. But there was a point like I was sitting in the back, and I turned around and like Mike Morris like somehow like pulled up a chair like right behind me. And like sat there for a little bit during the show. Like I don't think any of those guys had a clue like who I was or anything or why I was there. Yeah, but I thought it was kind of odd that Mike Morris just sat like right there behind me. But
maybe he liked you.
Maybe. Soft Weekly. Thank you, Soft Weekly. I know we see this guy all the time. Seems too much. Great to see you, Dang. Great to see you, Dang is on a plane. I'm back home. Great to see you. Dang is on a plane. Oh, great to see us. Dang is on a plane. And Soft is back home.
Punctuation is important.
I got it. Thank you, Soft Weekly. Thank you. God. Soft wasn't at DabbleCon 1. No. There was, I mean, we're 3.5 minutes into this clip, and I'm gonna go ahead and already jump to the part everybody wants to see, because I realize now after watching this with you how monotonous it is just watching this idiot walk around with a camera phone.
And it's kind of funny to see everyone nervous about him too, because nobody knows him yet.
Wait a minute. Well, no,
there's Shuley.
There's somebody I do want you to all see.
Vinny.
I'm so horrible at this. This is not a show, people. Okay, here we go.
Mind if I'm live streaming? Yeah, do you care? All right. Everybody, my good buddy, Shuli Agar.
Hi, guys. How's everybody?
my good buddy, Shuli Agar. I mean,
What a ball washer.
I don't think he would ever utter those words again.
Doing? Welcome.
Well, no, he's
Welcome
always
to
said
Dabble-
that. Shuli's a nice guy. Shuli is I met him at DabbleCon too, and he was very, very nice.
I met him at DabbleCon too, and I met producer Jill also. And I remember going up to those guys after the show and saying like, "Hey, you guys won me over. Like, wow, you guys did a good show." And then, of course, we all know what happened like a couple days later, and some news got out. But there was a moment there where I was like, I really like these guys. These guys aren't so bad as I thought.
Yeah.
But Shuli's going to talk. Well, he's going to interview Shuli here real quick.
What do you think of night one of DabbleCon so far, Shuli?
Amazing. Amazing. First of all, full house. Second of all, everybody was sitting there enjoying themselves, laughing, being respectful of all the comics.
I thought everyone did great.
Everybody did great.
It was fantastic.
Cardiff, I feel like, maybe stole the show tonight because he's never done that on stage before. He's never been on stage before.
Cardiff, I believe, did the Stuttering John comedy bit set or whatever, the squeegee bit.
Was that at this show? Yeah, that sounds right.
But he mentioned how Cardiff never been on stage before, but he was on stage at the Creep Off Rose.
Yeah, he just didn't speak. He had his tape player, and he just pressed play and held it to the microphone, and it was.
Do you know where that? Do you know where that tape player is today?
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
And that's not easy to do, so I was very impressed with Cardiff. Of course, you can't forget Bob Levy. I mean, Bob Levy closed the show, and only the way Bob Levy can close it.
Fuck this guy. This guy stole my bets.
I don't even know that guy. Anyways.
That's my good buddy Carl Hamburger.
Oh, that guy. He stole our Uncle Rico bit, that guy.
Shuli, I look forward to hanging out all weekend. I'm glad that you could take a few moments to talk to the people who are at home, who didn't come.
Man. Listen, this was the test run, and the test was a huge success.
I agree.
So wherever you are, get us your info. Let us know where you want us, because we are planning much, much more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are they planning on taking DabbleCon on the road?
Well, so like I said before, how like you could tell the hosts were shocked at how many people had come and what a success it was. That I think they had like these big dreams that they were going to take it on the road, and I think where were they? The Pottstown disaster was the next show that they did. And I think they stopped doing live shows after that, right? Because without Carl running the show or whatever, whoever runs the show, I don't know how much Carl does compared to like Vinny or any of the other guys. It just seemed like it was run way less efficiently than at the Carlson.
Yeah, they did like some like live. Like I said, I was at one. It was basically it wasn't a Dabbleverse show, but it was like a comedy show they put on together. And I think they'd done a few of those around the East Coast, but nothing that was like anything like DabbleCon related or anything.
Right.
And Waver, again, our executive producer tonight. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
I'll be right back, JT.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play here.
DabbleCon 2 in Anchorage, Alaska, you fucks.
All right, that was uncalled for. I thought we were friends. Cut this. Cut it.
I'll see you around, man.
I'll see you. Hey, great to see you here. I'm glad it was just a pipe dream when this started. He didn't even think he was going to make it. And now look at him.
I'm here.
That's what dreams
all
are all about.
Feathered up and pissing off the staff, I'm sure. Thank you, Shuli. The great Shuli Agar. And our cameo from my good buddy, Carl Hamburger. All right. This is the mess I made of the floor. I feel really bad.
Yeah, he like had his whole table like set up in the back corner of the room where he had like Cardiff, he had his boas, his outfits, his recording equipment. And what we're gonna get to here is there was obviously a karaoke night, and Dylan decided to hop up on the mic and give it a whirl while BeDabbler was recording.
That's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast.
Everything about John.
He lost his afro there. You can tell a lot of time. Well, I mean, we had the same thing happen at Hack Community too. They had karaoke after the shows, and there was Nick Rakita last year hopped up on a mic and sang a song, and of course everybody in attendance was standing around the bar. Nobody was really like anywhere near the stage, so people took pictures of Nick on stage, and it looked like there was nobody watching. I think I posted like one of those photos that people were like, "See, nobody's there," blah blah blah. Well, that's because everybody's at the. It's a big area, you know. It's not Bon Jovi's not on the stage, you know. Nobody's gonna go rushing to be up front. You know what I The reason we're still watching is because coming up very soon, Kevin Dumpfuck, who was in attendance at this event, and we all know. I mean, if you're watching this show, you already know about the whole Pissgate thing. That didn't happen until later this evening here. So at this time, the Pissgate hasn't yet occurred. But Kevin Dumpfuck, OJ, and others are obviously still in attendance here in the Carlson. So just keep watching.
That's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast.
That, of course, is the bullet that he left. Many entrails laying around the floor of the Carlson.
Producer Chris is very good looking in person. Yeah! Good job, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast.
All right. Oh, came back just at the right time.
Sorry about that, man.
All right. Now, I mentioned that Kevin Dumpfuck was in it. This was the night of Pissgate. So we're going to see a glimpse of Kevin Dumpfuck here in just a minute.
Can I say something real quick?
Ooh, of course.
Sorry. So what's funny is I had met Kevin and OJ in person this night, obviously. So when I walked in, they were right there waiting in line to get their tickets. And you could already see by OJ's face, he was so annoyed to be there with Kevin.
They were in the same room.
Yeah, they had already hung out and like dealt with each other that day, and it apparently didn't go well. I didn't know any of this at that time, so I just walk in and I meet OJ and Kevin, and the dynamic was so weird between them. It was like a real awkward meeting, and I was like, oh man. And then it's just funny how everything escalated from there on, you know?
Well, yeah, I don't think those two ever met in person prior to this. And
No, this was their first time.
again, their relationship, friendship, partnership, whatever, I think it's still a little bit of a mystery as far as how those two got involved with each other prior to the whole Dabbleverse thing. But the beers were definitely flowing that evening. Maybe some other party favors too might have been involved. But let's just get a quick glimpse of this interaction between these two.
Hey, look at who it is, everybody! Fuckface! What do you want to shake my hand for? Yeah. Fuck you. No, you're gonna shake my hand. I know what you fucking did.
Yes, he was very upset at Kevin Dumbfuck, and the fact that he even asked to shake his hand is amazing. You see him? I don't know, it's hard to see, but you saw him kind of like storming, walking out the back there with his book bag on.
Fuck out of here, fucking idiot. Fucking moron. Thinks I'm gonna shake his hand?
He's hot. He's hot. You can tell he was. I mean, like I said, this was the end of night one, so I imagine these two guys the whole night never even like. They must obviously saw each other, but they never actually like.
Yeah, they had stayed like in opposite corners the entire time, basically.
Yeah, and then I think Kevin might have got a little liquid courage and decided to go say hi while he was live. They didn't quite go as how they thought it was going to go, Nickel.
It's not a work or a bit. I'm not fucking shaking that fuck's hand.
I think that's Purple doing karaoke there.
The
Great Purple.
It does look like him, but you can tell like he's definitely hot, and he must have like took a minute to like glimpse at the comments to see like people's reaction real quick. But obviously, everybody was definitely pro BeDabbler in this whole thing.
Crazy. Fuck him, and honestly, anyone who fucking thinks he's a fucking good guy, I don't know, whatever. He's a coward. Oh, Jenny Jingles.
Oh, Jenny Jingles there. Unfortunately, like a lot of what that whole interaction there would be like, it wouldn't matter because given what's going to come later that night that we all find out.
I don't know who that was singing. There's Jenny Jingles, everybody.
Are these bringing back good memories? Like,
Yeah, I had a blast on this trip.
I mean, and you came alone, right?
I did, yeah.
A lot of us all go to these events all over alone. Probably because it's a lot easier. I know my own personal life, people in my own personal life here. I tell them all about this shit, they could care less. I could tell them, hey, I met such and such, or so and so watched the show. And they'll be like, who gives a fuck? I haven't seen Buffy in 30 years. And I'm like, oh, I understand. Yeah! But a lot of us come to these things alone, and that's like the only time you are alone is when you're traveling and when you're sleep. Well, some of us maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, besides, once you get to these places, it's you're never alone. There's always a group of people doing something somewhere.
Yeah, especially now. Like, so many people. I mean, just think of how many people regularly go to all the live shows now. So you already have like people that you have met a whole bunch of times, even if it's just in passing. And there's been times where suddenly I'm paired up with someone I've barely spoken to, and then I become friends with them. You know what I mean? Because it just happens that way while you're there.
Yeah. So if like, I'm pretty sure there will be another Hackmania next year. So if you're on the fence about going, definitely look into it. Or start saving up now. Look into it. She has a great voice. Don't get me wrong, but we're gonna kind of fast forward a little bit. Oh.
Doxed.
Yes, we're about to meet OJ for the first time. And as Kiki Loco mentioned earlier, him and Kevin Dumfuck did arrive at this event, staying in the same room as of this moment we're watching. Separate beds, though. Separate beds, I'm sure.
Yo, what's up, dude? You Obnoxious John? What am I talking? Record me, Obnoxious John. Oh shit! So.
Oh. We miss you, OJ. Come back.
OJ, just remember I never shit talked you. JT did.
Oh, I didn't. I was telling a funny story that happened in Detroit. And I thought it was funny.
Sorry. Do you want to or no?
It's funny, you hear that song in the background as these two are like have their arms around each other.
Fine. I doxed myself so many fucking times already.
I'm live.
Oh, are you?
Care?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
Good picking up on that, JT. Of all the songs to be playing.
Brother from another mother.
Hold on, I'm trying to fucking.
Oh my god.
I can't see. I'm here with Obnoxious John. Kevin just tried to shake my hand and I told him to go fuck himself.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Fuck him.
Oh my god.
How dare he?
Alright, fuck Kevin Dumfuck. Fuck you, Kevin.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, brother.
I like you. I love you.
You think he's ever coming back?
At this point, no, probably not.
It's like every
why
week
would if he's smart he won't, and I just say that because it's like what is there to come back to? You're just gonna get shit constantly, you know. Like when you leave, stay gone. Don't be John, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. I mean people said I heard it mentioned earlier today. I think about people leaving. People can't leave the Dabbleverse or whatever, but I think OJ is 100% serious. Like he.
Yeah.
And good for him. I mean, it is.
I mean, just the fact that he's not responding to personal correspondence with certain people that know him well just tells me he's done, you know? Which, like you said, like good for him at this point.
He left his boots in the ring.
Yeah.
Carl, if you need a review girl tomorrow, I know someone.
Oh yeah, who's that?
A certain big-chested, green-haired, luchador masked transgender lady.
Sounds terrible.
This is
I'm just
before we had
saying,
all the transgenders
they're
in the TV.
G's.
Yeah. And today I didn't know there was like a feud going on between Annie and Latanya or something.
I didn't either, but I'm Team Annie, just out of default.
I know. I want to hear Annie's side of this story. I hope I can hear that.
Lucy Tightbox will be here tomorrow.
Okay.
She'll be reading reviews for us.
They're G's. Real G's.
I believe it.
$80 on Amazon. I guess they're for if you have a mastectomy.
I had to wear those fucking things last weekend, and I put it on, and I'm like,
Was that for the Gilly costume that you did?
It was when I came out with the Transverse Network girls.
Oh, see, I didn't even realize you did that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I had to like put it on, and he like had like a white tank top for me to wear, and like green swimming trunks to wear. And I'm like, this. I told him before, I'd be like, it's not gonna fit. I'm like, I'm twice the size of you. It's not gonna fit. He's like, it's one size fits all. Two people had to help him put that on me and take it off.
I'm gonna record everybody recording.
When I'm inside of you,
Oh! Fucking you! He's the prettiest man. What am I talking to backwards?
All right, they're obviously outside smoking in 0 degrees, so almost done with this little video here.
Yeah, well, I have the microphone over here.
It's a microphone. It looks like my balls. You
Who's the drunk of the week?
motherfucker.
How are you, Bob?
I thought you would have fucking Owen Hart.
There is a funny story about, you obviously see that front door there. Like the week prior, somebody broke into the Carlson and stole an ATM machine.
Yeah, they drove their car through the front window.
Yeah, but they left. One of the bandits dropped their cell phone. I'm not sure if they ever ended up finding these guys or anything like that, but I just remember hearing about this story.
The blue blazer, yeah.
Like fucking Owen Hart. Owen Hart. But let me tell you something. There's nothing like fucking goddamn Rochester in February, you pussies. Look at me. I dress for me, not for the time of the season. Fuckheads.
About the coolest.
I am the coolest guy that ever never lived.
Never ever.
Never ever. I lived for a short time.
What do you think of night 1 so far, Bob?
Let me tell you something. John and Manny is running wild. John, you need to fucking join us. Come to this voyage. Come with us. We'll be working every weekend. We already got the okay with Andy Kumi to do fucking shows. He's coming with us. Everyone's coming with us. Let me tell you something. This is gonna be bigger than the shit.
Dude, yeah, but even Bob was like planning like a DabbleCon world tour.
They had big dreams after this night. They all came crashing down very quickly.
I know.
It's funnier that way.
Well said, Bob Levy, everybody. You're all home, and we're freezing our asses off, but we're having a great time. Right?
Yeah! Rochester 2022.
Oh, now it's gonna show up. It's fucking cold. Welcome to fucking New York, asswipe.
Rochester, it takes balls to live here.
Or drive.
I met
Try driving through. I can't find my.
All right, that was night 1 of DabbleCon. It looked like a blast. I wish I was there. I really do. What do you remember from night 1? Because you were at. I mean, did I already ask you this earlier?
I don't remember anymore. But as far as what happened or what I thought of night 1, that it was more fun than I was expecting. Honestly, I had gotten there and kind of regretted that I went at first, to be honest, before the event started, because I was, like I said, I had no idea what to expect when I walked through there. I wasn't expecting that many people to be there, and it was cold, and a lot of the people I had been talking to ahead of time canceled their trip because of the weather, so I was like, this is going to be a disaster, and I showed up to it.
This is odd they would can't. I mean, the event is indoors. I mean, maybe because there's not a lot to do in the winter in Rochester. But I wouldn't. I mean, unless their flight got canceled.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what I do know is that on night 2, Cardiff Electric received a very special award. He received a Lifetime Achievement in Dabbling Award. Ooh, look at that. And let's just watch it.
And now, presenting the Lifetime Achievement in Dabbling Award, your hosts, Carl and Shuli.
He was actually strangling that cat. Lest anyone think there was something nice going on. Wow, yeah, Shuli, thank you for grabbing that. This is not going to...
Now, they bring out that trophy to give Cardiff, but what the hell's that big-ass trophy behind Carl? Do you remember?
I don't.
To go to Stuttering John.
This is going to someone with talent and
maybe it was a prop.
ability.
And so many people have contributed to the Dabbleverse in so many amazing ways, and we want to recognize those folks. Some of them are here tonight among us.
Yeah. You can't pull off an event like this without having a couple people in masks. You know what I mean?
Vinny, put on your mask.
Please.
I think he's flicking me off. It's hard to tell. I can't wait for the creep off on Monday. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, this Lifetime Achievement Award, I think, goes to someone that has definitely helped the Dabbleverse grow based on their ability, their talent, and their love of the game.
Yeah, let's see who the nominees are.
I forgot they had nominees, but I think we all know who the winner is.
Oh, there's going to be a funny nominee. I'm going to point out what I'm talking about in a second. Sorry.
That's real. That's Coors.
You can hear like a live reaction.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As certain people pop up, you're going to get good reactions, and then it's going to get to Kevin, and it's going to be silent.
WDI, Why Do I podcast?
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Wow. So many great nominees. Shuli, one of them is going to win. This is the hardest part for us. We want everyone to win.
Not really, but
give a fuck.
We're supposed to say that.
Yeah, I'll be upset when obnoxious John doesn't win or whatever.
He's a swell guy. I like obnoxious John.
All right, do you want me to read this?
Yeah, please. This is big.
Lifetime achievement. Yeah, Muttering Jay should have been
First ever, Dabby's first ever Lifetime Achievement Award. This will go down in history.
The Lifetime Achievement in Dabbling goes to Cardiff Electric! Unblock Cardiff! 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 Wow.
Here he is. There you go, my friend.
This was on the second night, right?
Yeah, this was the night 2.
You can tell there's less people. There was probably like a good 50 less people the second night than there was the first night.
You think people... Because WATP wasn't until the second night, and then they had this little ceremony after. Maybe people just could only make it to one night.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of people that only showed up for the first night. Like, even regardless of weather or anything like that. Because the weather it was still cold, but it wasn't as bad that second night as it was the first one.
Yeah, they forgot to mail leading up to it. We played a couple clips of Aaron in previous shows where he was talking about how he was going to go to DabbleCon and whatnot, and he wasn't sure if he'll be like accepted amongst Carl and Shuli, or if he'll be accepted amongst the lower echelon at the time. But Aaron was a no-show, and I think had Aaron showed up to this event, maybe things could have been different for them in the end.
Maybe.
A speech here? Go ahead, please.
I'm in shock. I had no idea this was going to happen.
I have those note cards.
People of Earth, members of the Dabbling Academy, I'd like to thank you for this honor. When I first started dabbling, I had the best of intentions. But soon, like Carl and Shuli, I was blinded by the glitz and glamour. This award means so much to me and has recentered the entire Dabbleverse. Peace and unity, peace and love. That is what dabbling is. But what will dabbling become? That's for all of you to determine. Thank you, dabblers. There are so many people to thank. Chrissy Mayer, the queen of dabblers. Anthony Cumia. Artie Lang even. And none of this would be possible without Howard Stern, Jay Leno, the great Julie, Bob Levy, Mike Morse, Jenny Jingles, producer Chris Croge, trucker Andy, Vinny Paulino, co-host of Subreddit Surfing Mondays at 8 p.m. on YouTube. But of course,
that guy knows how to
I'm
market.
obviously forgetting one person to thank tonight. Stuttering John Melendez, thank you, I love you, Kakia!
You notice one name at the time he wasn't thanking.
Rocco.
Yes, because remember, Cardiff did hop on one of their shows in November, and then, of course, he was on Dabble Court, and then he did pop in as an SJ puppet for an episode, but it was definitely post DabbleCon 1 that these guys really started, meshing together and stuff like that. And we're going to watch, coming up, the first BeDabblin Live post DabbleCon 1, which Cardiff was on. Hugging Shuli like that, good lord. But that was night 2 of DabbleCon. Blah, blah, blah. Cardiff did receive his award. Nobody has yet to top that Lifetime Achievement in Dabbling Award. And if there is a DabbleCon 3, who knows if maybe there's another lifetime member or something like that. But I don't know. We'll leave that for them to decide. Following this, BeDorrible. Obviously, Arako was dressed up as BeDorrible, and good lord, he did kind of like a quick recap of night 2, I believe, from his own room or some shit like that. Let's check this. I think it's only 30 seconds.
The Dabby Awards were incredible, but I am a bit johned out this weekend.
I can tell you, he definitely looks like a lot heavier back then than he does now.
Yeah, he was heavier back then.
Aren't we all?
It was a lot, like a lot to take, and it really tested your John endurance. Kevin Dunfuck said he's looking for you right now. Oh my God! Well, come find me, pissy pants.
Yes, this night after night 1 at DabbleCon was the infamous Kevin pissing on OJ's jeans, and then that morning, OJ and Rocco getting together and whatnot. We'll definitely get into that a lot more later and next week. This tonight is basically kind of like a recap of a remembrance of what was DabbleCon.
Anyway, this was really a waste of your 9 minutes and my 9 minutes.
And that's all that video was. That video is still available, I believe, on BeDabbler's channel.
I don't know why you'd want to watch it.
I don't know why. Dude, a lot of these videos I find that we cover on here, have only a few hundred views. And I'm like, why is that? And then we watch it back and we're like, oh, okay, now we understand. But one thing that did come out of this was Rocco put together kind of like a collage of videos that he took throughout the weekend. He put it to a song by the great Tony Muskrat. And this, I mean, I don't know if he has plans. I mean, I wish he would like do stuff like this more. I wish if there's a way we could do something like this for Hackamania, but I don't know. But check this out. This was a music video that he put together, kind of like recapping the first DabbleCon to the musics, the voice of the great Tony Muskrat.
With the show.
Welcome to DabbleCon, aka Stunner Slam, aka Roachella, aka Stunt
Saw BeDabbler with his tits out.
There's OJ again. Did you see that?
BeDorrible indeed.
Oh my God, are my big
tits out.
Oh yeah, he was biting on those titties there.
He would go on to do that at DabbleCon too, but to actual women.
Allegedly. Thank you, Trigger, for been a member for a month. JT is awesome. I hear that. I wish everybody will say that. You know, thank you, Trigger.
Ball washer.
Heck, you got to support the people that pay you, man. You know, they keep the lights on here at Date Night Studios. Back to the show.
Must be adorable indeed.
Oh my God, are my big fat titties tired?
Comics all were brutally making fun of that Waldo guy. We didn't care at all.
There's me talking to Shuli.
Look at that. Look at you. There's proof right there that you're a TSN guy. God damn it.
John was tweeting Lauren Boebert while all the dabblers had a ball.
Boom.
We came from near and
Nobody knows who that guy is.
It's
he's known as the Boom guy for like.
Oh, that other guy. I'm sorry, I thought you meant who was on the stage right here where you paused.
No,
Never mind.
I meant the guy who did the boom.
I'm blanking on his name. I did meet him there real briefly. He's in the WATP Discord. I forget his name though.
far. We hung out at the bar.
Look, everybody, it's Hannah.
Skinny Chad became a star.
Fucking idiot. Chad, you're a fucking idiot.
I'm gonna be an idiot. I'm gonna be the biggest, most obnoxious idiot. You never know.
Okay, I'm gonna start out right now and say Chad's a fucking idiot.
You know those lights were bright on Carlson. No comment about the door.
The doors were smashed and the ATM was stolen.
Dr. Steve was bombing photos.
My mom let me come to DabbleCon.
It was star-studded. And OJ's clothes were so...
Oof. We're going to get to it, folks, next week. Pissgate. Definitely.
I got a similar text message that morning, or Discord message that morning, too.
I'm done with dumb fuck. I got about an hour's sleep. They woke up to that loser pissing on my things. Oh boy. We're going to get to it. Don't worry, people.
Had a beer with Anthony Cumia. He was fucking awesome as you would expect.
potatoes were getting kissed. Kevin Dumbfuck took a piss. We kept John's memory alive.
Dr. Steve, if you still were to check each other's for hernias, my friend, thank you. I think like years when BeDabblin first started, he was like, you could like send him like $5 or something like that on PayPal, and he would mail you like one of these autographed pictures of himself with like a little.
Yeah, I remember when he did that.
I think I still got one laying around somewhere. I got like a whole box from like all these shows, like all these trinkets and everything. What am I gonna do with all this stuff?
We're at DabbleCon. Here we go.
Yes, thank you to Tony Muskrat, or at the Tony Muskrat, for putting that together. That was awesome. Every time there's like a live show, like afterwards, I'm always like thinking and hoping that like they would put like a little music video thing like that for it, but nothing ever happens. That's why all this shit we recorded pre-Hackamania, like I would have had it, and I already have like one video done, and I'm gonna work on another one that I will put out. At least I know I'll definitely put that out.
How many times do you sit down to make a video and then you just give up and you're like, fuck it, it's not even worth it. It's not going to be that good. Because I used to do that all the time.
We recorded like everything that we could leading up to this. And I was hoping that he has the time to like go through this shit and do it. You know, one guy who was at DabbleCon, Carlos Danger. Did you meet Carlos while there?
I did. Carlos and I actually hung out a bunch because I was friendly with him beforehand through Discord and stuff. So,
yeah, Carlos made the trip out to Rochester, and following, I believe this like that Sunday after DabbleCon, Sunday night, he would hop on and do his show, and you're gonna hear Carlos give his little recap of the events and everything that transpired.
Welcome to Insufferable Bastards. My name is Carlos Danger for the purposes of this broadcast. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Brian Spears. Hello, Brian.
Hello, hello.
So I got back from DabbleCon earlier today, Rochester, New York. Took me a good 5-6 hours to get there. Left this morning, got up there Thursday. Went to Utica Thursday. And then drove over to Rochester.
I thought that was funny. He lives in New York, and he took 2 days to drive there, like across the state.
He said he took a pause, Utica, which I believe is kind of like maybe for him it would have been like halfway.
Yeah, it's like the halfway point for him.
Even that, it's like what, 2 hours? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that, 2 or 3 maybe.
But if you ever do come to these live shows, a lot of times like. If the event is on a Friday night, like the night before, there's usually like a meetup or something. So always plan for that.
Watched all the good stuff. Left this morning, came back. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
What was the highlight of the weekend? When you arrived?
You're supposed to fucking ask me questions, man.
Well, all right. Well, I'm getting,
like. We got Dabblers Unanimous in the chat saying, I think I have seen this episode. It looks familiar. Hello there, Bill Loney. I met Bill Loney. That was definitely, yeah, you're asking me what the highlight of hello, Annie. The highlight of DabbleCon was just meeting everybody.
Okay.
It
what time, like when you arrived, like what time do you get there? Like, cause you checked, you had a hotel, you had a whole weekend planned.
Yeah. I got there, I don't know, Friday afternoon at some point. I went and I had to go find, buy beer in some sketchy bodega that.
The one pawn who I believe him and Quadfather drove home from Hackamania. 17 hours. God bless you, man. I mean, I remember driving the 10 hours from where I live to Detroit, and of course having to stop in Cleveland. But even that, like, I wanted to fucking jump out of a goddamn window afterwards.
Yeah, it takes me about 9 hours to drive to Rochester for all these shows. So
fuck that.
It's a long drive.
It is. I mean, it is. It's worth it. But, you know, it's worth it.
Yeah, especially. I mean, if you're there for a bunch of days in a row too, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I know. Like for the AC meetup and stuff, there's the closest airport is like Newark or Philly, but everybody just seems to drive no matter where they are.
Because all those airports are such a pain in the ass, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, by the time for like the east, for like northeast and stuff like that, a lot of people just like drive to the shows. But what are we? I mean, here we are talking about everybody. It's not like everyone's mind is like, when's the next show? When's the next meetup? Blah blah blah. Nobody knows. Like there will be a Detroit show later this year. Patrick has been MIA, but I imagine there will be a Hackamania 4 next year. And of course, DabbleCon 3 is in limbo until this whole court case thing ends. So, I mean, there's a Ronnie's event coming up. I mean, what if like a group of like these other shows and stuff like decide we're gonna throw a live event of our own? I mean, nothing's stopping anybody from doing something like this. Realistically, you know, like a BYB like convention or something. You know, Quadfather can host it. Would you go?
No, definitely not.
You're supposed to say yeah.
No,
like,
definitely not.
Like wild birds. But yeah, the best part was like meeting guys like Bill Loney. And this is only gonna be like a 15-minute thing because I'm obviously not feeling so well. But I've never met, you know, everybody was cool. You know, everybody was just, and a lot of people that I ran into, like at my hotel, there was, you know, I go downstairs, Kinky Loco. I got to hang out with Kinky Loco for a bit. And then there was a guy, I called him Mr. Pink. Nobody was using their real names. It was Mr. Pink from North Carolina. Another guy, Adam, Stuttering John quotes, from Michigan. It was interesting. They were all like you and I, old school Howard Stern fans.
Okay.
You know, so a lot of the weekend was just talking about Howard Stern and then going and seeing comics related to Howard Stern. So it was cool. Bill Bixby says, glad you had fun. Yeah, it was definitely a good time. And Brian and I used to go to horror conventions back in the day. And you would go to a horror convention, and it was always fun to get there on a Friday, right? It would be like a 2 or 3 day convention. And Friday was the day to get there because the celebrities who were signing autographs would just be hanging out in the bar.
Yeah.
You know, drinking with the people who paid to get into the thing. It wasn't, you know, nowadays, horror conventions, and I guess all shows are like this, you're charged to take a picture. Everything is about making a buck. But I will say, like, I had the chance to meet, and everybody there had the chance to meet the whole lineup, and everybody was down to earth. Everybody was cool. Everybody was acceptable. No, approachable. You know what I mean? Accessible.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Accessible, yeah.
Cardiff Electric is like a linebacker. He could have doubled as a bouncer if he needed to. Looked like a blast. Bill Loney. Yeah, it was surreal meeting Cardiff. He killed. He did 5 minutes.
I forgot, like, Carlos was like, he had a tendency to like just read a lot of the chat and stuff like that. I miss Carlos, man. I wish he would come back. We need him. We need a Carlos weekly show.
Yeah, well, and if you think about it, back in this time, there weren't a ton of Dabble shows. You know, now it's easy to forget because there's so many shows now. But Carlos was a chatter who happened to have a show about movies, completely unrelated, and then it became a Dabble show because he was such a fan. So a lot of his show, he was one of those original like chat hangout shows because he was a chatter, and so that's who came to hang out in his chat while he was live, basically. Because remember, he used to play that Friday the 13th game and just like talk to people that he was talking to normally,
Yeah. And then because Spears was a guy who really didn't know. He knew Stunner John. He didn't really know much of this Dabbleverse place. But Carlos would use him to like tell him like, hey, this happened this week. This happened this week. And then throughout the chat and stuff, a lot of the chat definitely at one time just became just Dabbleverse talk. So they really couldn't avoid it.
Yeah, it's true. They realized real quick that their whole chat was now the Dabbleverse people. The movie fans that they had weren't showing up anymore anyway.
Yeah, because Spears definitely did a lot of like special effects stuff work in movies and everything like that.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people already know it, but for those who don't, he's the one that did when Richard played the prank on Howard about having that wound on his arm.
Yeah.
It was Spears who did the makeup for it.
I remember Miss Carlos's old movie tier list. He used to do a lot.
Oh, I always disagreed with his tier list, but that's what made it fun. He and I have very different opinions on movies a lot of the time. He hates Day of the Dead. Fucking asshole.
The original?
Yeah. I'm not talking about remakes.
This went nuts because everyone loves him so much.
Well, just like from the video I saw, I believe it was BeDabbler, El Horrible's wrap-up video type of thing. And that was the end of the night. I'll give him credit. It seemed pretty crowded, even for like the karaoke part of the show. So I'm assuming that was after the stand-up. So it looked like it was quite a big shindig. So to all the naysayers.
I got to credit El Horrible. He was like working during it because I didn't see his live stream until the next morning. So that was Friday night. I think he did that after the stand-up set. And I thought it was really entertaining the way he did that. I couldn't do something like that. I'm having trouble talking right now. But he did it sort of like a red carpet thing where he's interviewing random people.
Yeah.
Had a lot of energy. It was, Bob Levy doing karaoke. I was at the bar. I didn't even realize all that was going on behind me. So and here's one. Did Cardiff need the cane or was that a bit? I don't know.
Well, fill me in. Was Cardiff using a cane?
He had people convinced for 2 years that he needed a cane to walk. Remember when the big thing that Chad and Chad's chat were saying when they were trying to dox him was that he was scamming the Canadian government and that he wasn't actually a cripple?
I remember he had the neck brace. I forget what the fuck was that. Pottstown?
Yeah, he would add a piece to his. Brace. Yeah, he would add something every live show.
The arm brace, I think, was the creep off roast. Yeah, I mean, I think now if you meet Cardiff at one of these shows, I don't think he really does. He doesn't do the injury bit anymore.
No, he doesn't put in any effort anymore. He's done.
A lot of these guys, they used to put in so much effort back in the day. Now it's like
it's all about the money now.
Yeah, super chat, super tips.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Brian, you weren't there. Yeah, Cardiff was using a cane, and he did stand up a lot to kind of. So maybe he has a back problem because he was standing up to go against the back wall. We got Why Do I Podcast? Kevin. I was supposed to do Kevin's show. Kevin had a bit of a rough go of it at DabbleCon, I think. Leave that to talk about on his show. Should he choose? I'll beat up L for you. Yeah, there was a dramatic moment there where El Horrible was doing his live stream, and Kevin, I don't know what happened, but I guess Kevin went to shake his hand, and El Horrible wasn't having it. But then that got back. I had heard that there was like an assault, or either really? I spread that rumor. I'm not really sure what happened.
That's awesome.
Because I had to ask Kinky Loco the next day. I was like, did you hear something about there was like a fight between El Horrible? And he's like, well, no, you said something about that. I was like, oh, wait, no. But then he gave me the actual history. So anyway, that was really cool. I thought it was Kevin. Tevin going, drunk of the year. Hey.
I mean, but you're at a convention or DabbleCon. You're supposed to get wasted. It's, you're celebrating starting John.
Right. Yeah, it's hard not to. But why did you make a big Oh, wait, I didn't see any of this. Mystery Theater. Oh, now I'm whispering the comments. I'll let.
It's like because like this show Carlos is doing now was the day after DabbleCon, so the news of what happened with Kevin Dumbfuck that Friday night already got out. Everybody knew about it and stuff like that. So he couldn't really hide it. He couldn't deny it and stuff like that. So this Carlos's show was the first like post DabbleCon 1 YouTube show where everybody kind of tuned in to see like what happened and stuff like that.
People in the chat have added there. But yeah, I mean, I know there's stuff on, in various places saying the stand-up suck.
It definitely seemed like there was people. So anyone that said that this was going to be a flop, mainly
people say the stand-up acts suck at all these events every time there is one. I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy stand-up comedy and stuff like that, so I always find it to be a good time. I know a lot of people travel far to come to these events. They just want, the show itself. They don't really care for these other things going on in the background. These stand-up acts or shows that aren't related to the Dabbleverse. But I enjoy all of it,
What's that guy, Chad Zuma, kept saying it was going to be a big fail. It seemed like there was definitely a little bit of a surprise. Also, everyone, it seemed like a lot of people traveled to be there. This was a destination.
Carlos just mentioned how you were the one that kind of informed him of the encounter between El Horrible and Kevin Dumbfuck that night.
Yeah. I probably was. I don't remember if I did or not, but I must have if he's saying it. Yeah. I was like probably 10, 15 feet away when that happened, just on the other side of the camera. I was hanging out with Grant that night.
Oh, Grant Hamburger. The better of the
much better Hamburger brother.
Yes.
Nation spot.
So we have a bad. Okay, Bill, is that you talking? Oh, I thought you were talking about me for a second. Bill Loney. Yeah, Bill Loney was awesome. He had people signing his sweatshirts and stuff like that.
Hey, you got a question? Why was Chad upset with Carlos during his live?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't troll Chad. I watch his stuff, and I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I mean, we've talked about him on this podcast just like we are right now. But I don't go in there and I don't know. I thought we were having, he was taking a shit on DabbleCon. And I think it's funny and interesting to hear his perspective on DabbleCon because it's like he's kind of connected to Bob Levy. They do a show together, and so he's dumping on, so I don't know.
This was 3 years ago. Even back then, Chad was, shitting on any time anyone decides to do a live event or anything, 3 years ago and still nothing changed. Chad will still shit on any live event that he's obviously not a part of.
Well, yeah, every live event there's a group. It kind of makes it funny though. That's what I like. That's why I've purposely taken pictures of like short lines at the shows and then sent them to Muttering Jay because I think it's funny when he posts them to be like, event huge failure. I just think that part of it is like so funny to me. I love watching all that play out.
You're just egging them on. You're just
in the fire. It's all fun. All sides of it are fun, I think, for the most part.
He just got. I mean, I can play that.
You got to play that because I think it's genius. I think it's awesome.
It made me laugh. It did hurt my feelings. I'll be
honest with you. Because I thought coming from him. Oh, I thought it was completely funny.
I was answering honest questions in his chat about DabbleCon. Like I was like, yeah, Chad, you're right. It is a cult, but it's fun. It is weird. It's dumb to be here. I totally acknowledge dropping, $500 on a rental car, $500 on a hotel room. You know what I mean? It was stupid, but I would do it again because it was fun. I just laughed all weekend.
Bastards podcast. Ooh, edgy. You guys are so edgy. Edgy. I should just block. I don't like you either. You're a fucking dork. Why do you show up in here? Get out of here.
Because I like your content.
So did he block you?
No, he hasn't blocked me.
I'm going to block you on Twitter, too. Your tweets suck. You're not funny.
He's not wrong.
Bastards.
I'm not going to say he's wrong.
Carlos is such a good sport about it, too. Like, why would you block him? He takes all the shit people throw at him all the time.
It's just doing these like date night shows, going back years ago and watching this. A lot of this shit is just repetitive. That's been going on for like the past 3 years now, and especially in Chad's case. All this,
Yeah, and that's why I get annoyed now when I see people like Mersh and $2 Dan showing up and repeating these talking points we've heard forever. Like, how many fucking times do I have to hear people complain that Cardiff hides behind a potato? He's been a potato for 5 years. Get a new talking point. There's other shit we can complain about other than, Cardiff hides behind a filter. We know he's a coward.
That's true.
Why would it be based around trashing a raging drunk like and support? Ooh. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
These things happen.
Man, I'm glad there
I hope.
wasn't.
I mean, there's definitely. I guess there was
you should go back to that. That's a good super or a good chat.
Hold on a second.
The great Jerry Winters.
See this here. Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm all fucking flustered here. At Why Do I Podcast? Why would a community based around trashing a raging drunk like a support
So Kevin was in the chat like saying stuff like being antagonistic because people are giving him a hard time about what happened at DabbleCon. And so there he's saying, why would a community based around trashing a raging drunk like and support a raging drunk, being Kevin? Is this a fair question? Maybe quit drinking. Because Kevin's whole stance after that, when people reached out to him behind the scenes to be like, like maybe cut back on the drinking, like you're a nice guy otherwise, but like you're a mean, rude drunk and you're kind of making yourself look like an idiot on the internet right now.
Yeah, he would do live shows while drinking.
Yeah, he thought that was content. Like, I know, like, people think it's, like, Ski Mask could get away with that, but, like, Kevin wasn't Ski Mask, you know what I mean?
Ski Mask is unfortunately dead now.
Yeah, like, how funny is it, really, now? But, he didn't have that kind of, what do you call it, like, aura or whatever that Ski Mask had. Kevin was a nice guy when he was sober, but he wasn't a funny guy, so it just didn't translate well. And rather than take people's advice, he just would show up in the chats and be like, I'm going to keep drinking. I'm going to keep doing it. So he was getting comments like this.
That fucking guy, man.
These things happen.
Man, I'm glad there wasn't.
I mean, there's definitely, I guess there was a falling out between Kevin and Obnoxious John. Obnoxious John's I had the pleasure of meeting him too. He's another good guy, but maybe they'll be able, I don't know if it's like broken forever or if they'll be able to fix it or something like it. I don't know.
I mean, it's
Stella Bryant says, I think it's all wrestling talk.
It
was bizarre. I don't mean to keep interrupt you, but it was weird to like be in the cocoon of DabbleCon where everyone's laughing, everybody's drinking, everybody's having a good time. All the performers are mingling with the crowd. It was just a good time. And then to go back on Twitter like today, and it's just like everybody's raging at each other. It's a failure.
Rochi, I remember Kevin Dumbfuck did a live stream back in 2024 and then deleted it because no one watched it, but he didn't tell anyone he was going live. That's the thing, like these guys were like deleting shows after they do it and shit like that, or putting it like right behind a paywall. It never worked. It's never a good idea, I think. I know Ray still does it. Chad does it now. They'll do a show and then like an hour later it's gone or it's behind a paywall. No one's gonna ever find your shit. No one's ever gonna know about what you do. If the only way they could find it is if they pay you money to try it out. I just never believed I never thought that was a good strategy or idea to do that.
I don't think it is either. I also don't think disabling rewind is a good strategy. That shit pisses me off, man.
I know Melton does it, but he's been doing it forever. And I think
whatever, it still sucks. But yeah, he was doing it before he ever got involved in any of our nonsense.
Everybody sees him doing it, and they're like, oh, that's a great idea. They can't snipe me if I have the rewind off.
Who cares? Snipes are boring most of the time anyway. You shouldn't be affecting your show over that.
This person's not funny. This person's terrible. It's like, whoa. But it does feel a little like
But isn't that part of the whole universe? That's what kind of makes this a little fun. I mean, I don't want to see anyone tear each other apart. But hey, listen, as a guy that used to go to a ton of horror conventions, I'm just glad we didn't have these live streams that we do now, because, you know, the whole reason you go to these things is to let your hair down and have a little fun and, you know, maybe not remember the night before, but have fun doing it.
Right. Yeah. And you hopefully, you hopefully you don't.
You know, you hope you don't do something stupid, but sometimes it happens.
Embarrassing. Yeah. I did offer OJ. I told him I had an extra bed, but we didn't make it happen. I felt if I kept on saying that to him, he was going to think I was being creepy.
He was going to think it was a little weird.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I kept on saying if he had.
I could see OJ getting that vibe from Carlos. Like, hey, man, it's okay. I think I got in the room. Following this clip here, well, it's not a clip. I think they only did like a 15-minute show. But we're going to watch the first BeDabbling live post-DabbleCon and maybe hear a little, get OJ's perspective on what down.
I don't know how to turn that on. But I just thought it was funny in the sense that like the whole weekend was Dabbler quiet on my end because I couldn't get anything.
Well, yeah, we even had a guy post something on our page saying, are we going to be live streaming or something? I mean, I tried to do podcasts from the hotel. I couldn't get an internet connection. I was supposed to do one with Kevin, and then I don't know. I'm just
a lot of people. Even this happened even last weekend. A lot of people showed up with like their whole podcast and equipment, set it up in the room, and were like inviting people and whatnot to come up and be on the show and this and that. But I'm like, I mean, I remember going to like events with Rocco and Cardiff and them bringing their stuff just to, in the end, to never do anything, because it's like, well, we're all here together. It's not that we don't want to do a show for people on YouTube or whatever, but it's that
like, you end up living in the moment while you're there. You don't want to live it through a camera, you know?
Yeah, plus you got to like carry all that shit with you,
and then like, people don't want to like most of the people that are there don't want to be on camera anyway. So you start annoying people when you're showing up with a. That's why everybody got weird with Tommy and AC, because everybody's been hanging out for hours and he's showing up live streaming all of a sudden. You know, then you get people like Carl that are rude about it. But you know, I think overall the vibe was like, dude, we're hanging out. You know.
Yeah, and I think that was the first time I met Tommy, and I think like. This last week I had community, like, yeah, he did some live streaming, but it was nothing like people were like worried that he's gonna like ruin the event or some shit like that, and I'm like, Tommy ain't gonna do that. Tommy's
no. I think when he does stuff wrong, it seems like he listens to the feedback he's getting, even if he's reactionary in the moment. He does seem to correct a little bit. So because I noticed he didn't seem to, other than Ethan Ralph. He didn't seem to mess with anybody while he was there that I heard of, at least.
Yeah, he was great. I mean, had Kevin or John been performing, that's a whole nother story. And you know, you think would a John show, like, you know, there really are no rules, but I think John kind of puts it on himself to do shit like that. But I'm kind of looking forward to whatever the fuck this Ronnie's gig is going to be in a couple weeks.
I'm Irish, right? So I don't want to. Filming in a bar to me is taboo, you know. So I don't want to like do a live stream from a bar, you know.
Well, like that's my other question.
Mondo Vapey said he saw me in the back of El Horrible's live stream, and I was like, ugh, I didn't consent to that. God damn it. But so like, this interesting comment. Bill Bixby, AA is a real drunkie. I did. When I got to my hotel, it turned out Anthony was also a guest there.
Okay.
So I did have a surreal moment where I like walked downstairs and he's sitting at like the booth next to the bar, you know what I mean? And I got to tell him about the time he interviewed me on air, and he vaguely remembered the issue that I had talked about with him. So that was pretty, but I'll tell you, he was, again, totally down to earth, like the guy used, you know, he was who he was. It was like, oh,
yeah,
you know, it was like, it was surreal. And yeah, he was having a couple of beers.
He was having a couple, putting them back. But I mean, he's known to do that.
Oh, People are still all right. I guess the drama is I didn't think it was going to go this way, but a lot of questions about the incident with WDIP.
That's Kevin Dumbfuck.
Levy isn't great. He just he just reminds us of better times. Yeah, you might be right. I'm done. Ken Otto is the new meta. Yeah, I didn't know who Ken Otto was until El Horrible started bringing him up all the time, and I did check out one of his streams. Brian, you've never seen Ken Otto, right? He's a Stuttering John fan of the political commentator Stuttering John. Like, I don't know if you ever followed him when he was on the Stern Show. I don't know much about Ken Otto, so I might be talking out of my butt here. But he does like this it's a long live stream. And actually, I can't throw stones because it's exactly what we're doing, where he's not prepared and he just kind of reads the chat and he has these long silences and he's just like reading the news. And it's very left leaning, so it's just as obnoxious as any political show, you know, but he's worth checking out.
Unfortunately, we can no longer watch Ken Otto because of he passed away. Probably not. I don't think it was too much long after this. He had that cancer diagnosed and it came on quick.
Yeah, and then he stopped live streaming. He was alive for a little bit, but he stopped live streaming for most of his treatment time.
R.I.P. Ken Otto, and that's kind of just a glimpse into Carlos's adventure. And I know on these shows, I kind of do always seem to like go into like Carlos's archive, because at the time he was
a prominent figure back then during this time.
Yeah. And he did, like I said, like that weekly Sunday show. I think it was on Sunday nights, and it was kind of like a wrap up of what was going on, and it definitely helps out when you're like looking back 3 years ago for like what the fuck, where to find anything or talk about.
Yeah, and he was like the first legitimate journalist in our community, and he treated it that way when he covered it, which made it fun, you know? Like, it was cool.
Yeah, and I know Carlos isn't dead. He's not missing. If you do watch MLC or Ray or some of these other guys, you will see his name pop up time to time in the chat. So he still watches. As far as doing live shows, like YouTube stuff, I don't know. Hopefully soon. But that brings us to our final video package or whatever. This was BeDabbling Live number 12 from February 7th, which was the Tuesday following DabbleCon. This one, you're going to have OJ talk about what happened. Bad with 2 Ds shows up. Skinny Chad shows up. And Cardiff shows up too. So you kind of get like a good recap of everything and get a little insight onto what OJ talks about with his Kevin Dumbfuck experience. Why did I hit the wrong button?
Hey, it's P coming out of me. A big yellow stream, so hot there's steam. It sits inside my bladder until I feel that pressure. My body gives me a sign, tells me it's pee-pee time. Your body's always turning what you drink into your
Rocco was so excited to play this.
You start learning that pee-pee ain't returning. That's
Yeah, because the previous episodes he would do the Scorch's number and color of the day. And there's like for a few weeks following DabbleCon, every number was related to the number 1, and every color was related to yellow.
He was very much of the mindset at first, post DabbleCon, that Kevin was going to be his new John. he used to use that exact phrase. And I think after like a week or two, he got over it and was like, I don't actually want to like carry this on any longer. But for those couple of weeks that he was angry, it led to some good content.
Try listen up, don't put it into a cup. Then try to drink that beer again. Trust me, I'm your friend.
Good, now I gotta go.
Greetings, dabblers, and welcome to a very special BeDabblin Live with El Horrible.
You see, even the beginning of the show, it already starts off a lot better than pre-DabbleCon shows. Like, he seems to have gotten a lot more confidence amongst like the people that he met and people that I'm sure people probably talked to him about his show and were like, dude, it's great, keep it up, this and that. So now that he's back home and he's doing his show for the first time since meeting all these people, he definitely seems to have a much better demeanor or I'm trying to think.
Yeah, like an air of confidence about him.
Yeah, like
that maybe wasn't there at first.
Self-esteem than he did prior to it.
I would imagine it probably makes it easier when you can, especially at this time. He still only had like what? Maybe did he even have a couple of hundred at this point of watchers?
I'm not sure if he. No, I don't think he has. He has yet to break 50 live viewers.
Oh, okay. So we're still at that point. So yeah, like now he's putting. I mean, the people he's meeting at DabbleCon are part of that 50. You know what I mean? Like we were the ones that showed up to the shows back then. Yeah. So when you can put faces to a name, it probably makes it a little easier to like perform in front of that audience at that moment. You know.
I just got back from DabbleCon 2 days ago now. My God, it was quite the adventure. So many things happened. So many stories. So many friends met along the way. And lots of breaking news.
It's like he wants it. It's like the first thing he wants to talk about is the piss shit, or the Kevin pissing, but he's like kind of like stalling.
I feel like I should thank the people I met first.
Yeah, before I get into it.
I love DabbleCon. I had a fantastic time. I met amazing people. And I'm going to read your names now instead of reading things like the chat. Can everyone hear me okay? Is this all coming through? Because I am doing this all myself. I know it's brain surgery. It's a lot to do on your own. I will give everyone credit on that. My nose thing is messed up. All right. I saw Purple there. Kinky Loco. Fantastically handsome Kinky Loco. Probably the most handsome of all the dabblers. My other Discord friends, Bill Loney, Carlos Danger, who I got to sit with on the first night. I didn't really get to see him on the second day, but I did see Carlos on the first night. No one has to delete or you can let Kevin talk. I don't care. I'm not looking at the chat. I just saw I'm going to bring it back. I don't care. I'm done with Kevin. This isn't about me and Kevin anymore. This is about Kevin and another beloved chatta.
You know what's funny there is that a fake Kevin was in the chat immediately saying, "Why are the mods blocking me?" That's why he said that there.
I know. And I know BeDabblin's the guy who like hates like blocking people and stuff like that. Or the only time anybody really gets blocked or timed out is if you spam or like doxing and shit like that. That's about it.
Again, another. Seems to be a pattern, Kevin. But let me continue. I changed my flight because I knew Kevin would be on my flight. And I'm glad I did because he got delayed and diverted. And his whole weekend started like shit. And it was great. So I will add that. It was the best $60 I ever spent.
So he purposely got a different flight out to Rochester so he wouldn't have to be on the same flight with Kevin.
Yep.
Genius.
In Rochester when you didn't even fucking leave Colorado yet. And again, Kevin, if you bring my name up anywhere, prepare to be the next Perry Caravello. That's all I'm going to say. I saw Vinny. Vinny was extremely nice despite what everyone has said on Reddit. Was not thrown out. Just watched the live stream. I just stopped. Of course, Cardiff was there. Cardiff is fantastic. Everyone knows that. Tony Muskrat. Tony Muskrat is awesome. He was there. And Tony Muskrat dragged his 9-month pregnant wife to DabbleCon, and she almost had a Dabble baby. We almost had a DabbleCon baby because he was not there on Saturday because they had a false alarm. So Tony Muskrat.
Tony Muskrat helped make the that music video we watched earlier. I believe he was the one singing.
To have a baby. Almost had it at DabbleCon. That would have been the second biggest story of DabbleCon. But let me continue. Dr. Steve. Thank you, Dr. Steve. You're wonderful. All the Uncle Rico guys. ESO. Stut Joe. Mike. Bob. Shuli was the first person I walked in and saw. Shuli is awesome. Of course, Carl, everyone at WATB, producer Chris. You know, I met all these people immediately. Like, it was an immediate meet and greet when you got there. Other dabblers like now we call him Skinny Chad Zumach, who I'm gonna send an invite to here in a little bit, and Bad with 2 D's, who's a big boy. He was standing around us. He was cool. He was a little part of my entourage there towards the end of night 2. He has a podcast. Everyone has a podcast, and I'll let everyone plug their things because I didn't write down everything. And of course, I'm sure I forgot some people, but of all the dabblers, and I think everyone would probably agree with me, one of the nicest in the Dabbleverse is OJ Sampson, Obnoxious John. How are you, sir?
I am very good. Thank you. Thank you for having me on here, man. And yeah, it was everybody you mentioned was so great to meet. Everybody was all the dabblers at DabbleCon.
Now, I think this was the first show post Dabble Court that OJ was on with El Horrible. Obviously, you know, the Christmas Eve disaster, the falling out between these guys. I think OJ was kind of like in limbo there, not sure what he was up to, but he still was planning on going to DabbleCon in February. So obviously, everything that happened that weekend, of course, BeDabbler was going to have him on his show to talk about it.
I mean, there was not one person that I didn't meet that wasn't just great. And that's the honest truth. Everybody was awesome.
Agreed. If any one of my moderators can like see if Kevin has been blocked or anything. I don't want Kevin to be blocked. I want you.
El Horrible.
What?
That was not. That's a fake Kevin.
Was it okay? Was it a fake Kevin?
Yeah, that's. I put him on a timeout just because.
How do you know
that wasn't really him?
You can't tell though, right? There's no way of knowing.
Kevin has a capital D and a capital P and and podcast, and this guy doesn't. Whoever it is.
Well, now you told them how to do it. So.
Well, I told him last time because he did it in Cardiff's chat, so he didn't listen.
It's very brave of you to come on with all that you have gone through the last couple of days, and I appreciate you giving me the scoop
because I know, and I don't want to dwell on it. I know you don't want to have the whole show be about it, and I don't either. That's why I'm gonna, I just want you to give.
Don't want to dwell on it. 3 years later, we're still talking about it.
We have an entire show right now about it.
I know. He even brought the jeans to DabbleCon too. Oh boy.
Your side of what? Because listen, this story. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Here's what happened. Okay, everyone saw the video of me doing the live stream after the show, and as Purple was singing, and again, Purple, I apologize because on the live stream I was so like I just saw red. I wasn't seeing purple, and someone said, "Hey, who's singing?" Like we just had this big falling out thing, and
you could tell when he met Kevin that night that we saw earlier. Like you could tell he was hot. Like he was.
Even in the beginning of this episode, when he started talking about Kevin, when he made the comment about Perry and stuff, you could hear in his voice like the shakiness in it. He was still heated at this point.
Well, he was giving like everything that happened between these two guys, the whole Dabblecore shit, just to find out what Kevin did at DabbleCon. Like El Horrible must have been like, "Oh my god, this is like a fucking gift from God falling in my lap here." Like, oh. Perfect.
Someone was like, "Hey, who's up there singing?" I was like, "I don't know who's singing," but that was Purple up there, and Kevin just comes from behind me and just says, "Hey, BeDabbler," like, "Hey, buddy," and so I get my camera situation because I had a microphone on my iPhone. I bought it at Best Buy that morning. Like I was totally on. I was on call, like I was working all of DabbleCon, like all throughout the day. I was getting stuff, like I bought extra mics. I brought so much stuff because I just wanted to document everything. And then in the end, I'm not gonna lie to you, dabblers. I don't think my next video is gonna be about DabbleCon. I think DabbleCon pretty much ends for me here, because I didn't capture much recorded footage because it's nearly impossible to try and be the character and do some kind of production. Also, the comedy club did not want recording, and I like to respect that. As someone who dabbled in stand-up comedy myself, I would not want anyone to have video of my set. However, that's not what my intentions were. I just wanted B-roll to just kind of do a little mini documentary, but I think this show will pretty much be my mini documentary of DabbleCon. But yeah, so the first night I met you, let's just go.
Before we get into his breakdown of DabbleCon, thank you, PL. Kind of weird looking back on these shows, but Rocco definitely treated OJ poorly and talked down to him. I don't think he treated him poorly like back. I don't think you're talking about how he treated OJ back then. Probably might be referring to how he treated him currently. But thank you, PL, for that. And the OJ saga. Part of me wishes he would come back just to do a tell-all. Does Kevin Brennan have an amount in his head that he would give OJ for that interview?
3,000.
Granny did it for 10 or 8.
So gay.
3,000.
Have some self-respect, dude.
Dude, at least you should throw out $1 million. What would that?
Yeah, it's not even funny. It's just stupid. You sold your self-respect for nothing.
Oh well.
In order, I met you the first night at some point. We saw the stand-up show. What did you think of that?
I thought it was great. You know who I'm not seeing get a lot of praise? I don't know. Was Chrissy Mayer. I thought she was hilarious. She really
fucking ball washing Chrissy Mayer, huh?
Her and everybody did great.
They all did it back then.
Everybody was hilarious, but the two that stood out to me was Chrissy and Bob.
I agree. I thought Carl did a great job hosting. I know he's never done stand-up. I know that was I was on a show with I was on Cardiff show last night and we discussed DabbleCon and Carl came on and he even said he was I was most concerned about hosting the stand-up portion.
Yeah, Carl was great. Carl
did
was
great.
great.
Of course, Cardiff was great. Yeah, everyone, Mike. I'm not the biggest fan of stand-up comedy. I get bored with it very easily. So I was more looking forward to night 2, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not huge into stand-up, but for what they did, their performances were fantastic. I gotta say, I felt really bad for the people that were sitting up front because, oh boy, did they get it.
Yeah. Now, at this point, are you sitting with Kevin?
Absolutely, yes. We went out there as a team for sure.
So now I think a big question everyone has is, why the fuck did you guys share a room?
Okay, so we both kind of ran into a couple money issues getting closer to the venue,
right?
And in my past, I've lived with 10 other guys. I've been around.
You hear that past?
Drunk people and people that party, and I just didn't think it would be that big of a deal. Just give me my mindset was, I'll sleep on the fucking floor. I don't care where I'm at. Just as long as I have somewhere to rest, it's fine.
Right.
But the more we talked about it, it just made sense. Like, why not? We're going out there together. We plan on doing some podcasting. We'll just set up everything in the room. It just made sense.
So now you were planning on podcasting in your room. Were you guys ever planning to podcast like at Comedy at the Carlson?
Yeah, so the plan was to do some podcasting at the hotel, and then Kevin also wanted to kind of maybe go do basically what you were doing, but without the camera, maybe just going around with a microphone and just talking to some of the dabblers, people in the crowd and stuff like that, which we never obviously got around to doing.
Oh, there's no reason he didn't do it. That's what I was going to ask. Why didn't he do it? Because no one ever told me I couldn't. Like, I know there were all these rumors. I just did it, and no one ever said, "Hey, take." Like, my whole thing was, I'm not filming anyone's sets. Like, that's just a personal thing. I don't film stand-up comedy sets. Like, that's just not cool to me. But no one ever, like, I talked to Vinny. I was talking to everyone. Like, and if they said, "Hey, man, cool it with the live streaming," and I wasn't thinking about it at first, but it got to a point where I would ask people, "Hey, are you cool with me live streaming?" Like, I know I got you on the live stream and I apologize, but I was just so like, this is awesome. Like, the first night was, every night was cool, but just being there the first night, because I walked in literally 5 minutes before the show started. So I did not give myself a lot of time. And, but yeah, so it was just kind of just like, oh, we're not going to do the audio thing, or was it talked about?
By the time we got there to DabbleCon, we didn't even talk about doing it.
Right.
It just didn't happen. It's just that simple. And then obviously we'll get to that, but yeah, Saturday, definitely.
All right. So later in the live stream, Purple singing, Kevin comes behind me and just says, "Hey, BeDabbler, like, I was gonna be like, oh my God, you're here? Like, this is so crazy." But instead I fixed my camera and everyone saw the footage. If you didn't, you can find it. It's easy to find. And that was my last interaction with Kevin the entire weekend. That was it. And I was cool. And I was like, that's it. I'm done with him. Like, there's no more. I got home from DabbleCon. I got back to my hotel and I ordered some Taco Bell. I was listening to the Bob Levy podcast from after DabbleCon. I was on top of the world. I fell asleep. And when I woke up at about, oh man, what time was it? Maybe 7:30 in the morning. I had a message from you on Discord that said, "I'm done with Kevin Dumbfuck. He pissed all over my shit."
Oh boy.
Yeah, it may have even been earlier than that, because I think I left the hotel at like 4:30. I was trying to sleep in the car.
Now, I'm sure they're going to get to it, but do you remember seeing Kevin on day 2?
Yeah, I won't say who he was hanging out with. He was hanging out with one person by themselves, and that person, I think, was just being friendly, and like not leaving him by himself. I think I know, like me personally, because I used to talk to Kevin behind the scenes. I wasn't avoiding him. I didn't know. I ultimately didn't know him that well, and everybody had heard about what had happened. So it was sort of like, does he want to even talk to anybody? You know what I mean? Like he instantly deleted everybody on Discord and on Twitter. Like, so I felt like it would be overstepping to even approach him at that point. You know what I mean?
So by the time you guys got to the Carlson that second day, like the word has already spread. Like
yeah, at least in our group, like the people that now, like we all knew what happened because OJ had let us know.
I'm just curious of like other people that were in attendance there, like were.
I think basically everybody in the building did because the host certainly knew about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who told who in the end, you know what I mean? But that word spread. I mean, you know how the Dabbleverse works. That was probably the first case of it being like telephone game, and it got around everywhere.
Yeah, and the worst thing to do if you are like the recipient of any of these type of things is don't deny it. Like it's people don't lie. Like I think it's best just to admit what happened and just go on.
Yeah, or do what OJ did and just step away altogether when you're done. You know what I mean? Don't do this like half in, half out thing where you're blocking and deleting everybody, but still,
or you're
trying to do a show. Yeah,
purposely like trying to avoid it for like months and in years.
Yeah,
just let it go, man.
And it may have been earlier than 7:30, but whatever the time was, yes, that was the message you received from me.
And I was like, whoa, what the fuck happened? So, got you on the phone.
Which that was a whole nother story because I was I was still so drunk and out of my mind, like sleep deprivation. I couldn't even text you the right phone number.
You were in your car when I finally got the message? Okay.
Yep.
And you had the car on, right? I mean, it was -3 degrees out.
Definitely. The car was a sweet car. I got a rental, I had heated seats, all that. So, I mean, I was good.
Okay, so now, I mean, you tell us as much as you want, but I need to know what happened from the time you left the club, I guess, or the time I left the club till I messaged you back.
Okay. So, gosh, where do I start? Because I don't want people to think that it was just the pissing because it wasn't just that. So if anybody listens to the show, Kevin can be very hard to deal with. Okay.
No,
and Kevin, if you're listening, this isn't anything I haven't told you. Kevin is a know-it-all. He's very narcissistic and he's a know-it-all. He can never be wrong. And okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. But then you get that you're living with that 24 hours a day for the weekend, and that kind of, it was pretty tough to deal with that kind of attitude.
So,
and there's a lot of other things that happened in the car and at the hotel, and just him being, no pun intended, very obnoxious. That had led to all this. So,
were you dreading DabbleCon weekend at all?
No. I was looking forward to it, and I had the time of my life. It was honestly one of the best weekends of my life.
Right? So. Yeah. No. Same here, man. Like, you remember 9/11, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And you remember the whole week, like after 9/11, right?
Yeah, definitely.
This past week for me has been the complete opposite of that week. My God. I don't know why the good Lord chose to bless me in all her African glory, but she did. Anyway, so you get up. All right. So you're saying there were just issues, like you said, in the
all
car
right.
ride
Yeah.
there.
Like, okay. So again, Kevin knows I am not a good sleeper. I don't get sleep. I wake up every hour. It's just the way it is. Right. So the first night we were out there,
I will say I have slept in the same room with OJ before, and he gave me shit about me snoring, but he snores just as loud. So
he slept like a princess when I shared a hotel with him.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
I had asked him, do you mind if I play something on my computer while I fall asleep? I'll keep it real low. Like, if it's a problem, I won't do it. And that's it. He said, yeah, no problem. No problem. So I just start falling asleep and Kevin wakes me up to tell me it's too loud. And I'm like, motherfucker, like, dude, I can't sleep. I specifically asked you for a reason. He could have said, no, it will bother me, but no, he waited till I was falling asleep to let me know. So I didn't get any fucking sleep Thursday night. So there's that. Friday, there was some other bullshit I don't have to get into that happened with just him just being an asshole.
Right.
Sounds like he's a great guy. No wonder why he left. Talking about Kevin Dumbfuck at this point. I know I believe Uncle Jack was watching a date night episode a few weeks ago, and he was like the last one to have Kevin on a stream, and I believe that was even months ago. Maybe it's like over the summer. But yeah, nobody knows. Two people, OJ and Kevin Dumbfuck, nobody knows where they are or anything like that. And well, good for them. They got out. But Kevin did end up coming back now and then. So, but I don't see OJ being that guy. And they're currently talking about OJ's recounting his experience with Kevin at DabbleCon, and they're talking about the morning of day one of DabbleCon. Just to give like a quick recap for anybody joining.
Well, you said there was, or was that at the club, or you mean after the club?
Just the entire time, especially with him in the car. Oh God, he is the worst co-pilot to have ever.
OJ is, oh God, I forgot OJ talked about this. He's talking about people giving him directions while he's driving. Spend an hour on the phone with this man, giving me directions from Buffalo to Cleveland.
Ever. I got real close to
I will never know. So
yeah, I got real close to slapping him in the car, which KB was in the car. I
Juicy.
Picked up KB from the airport.
Car.
Yes.
Oh, you picked up now. KB is the girl that unfortunately he took hostage on Saturday night and made her hang out with him.
KB is a sweetheart. She's a doll.
Oh, I'm sure she seems very nice. I felt bad for her because I think she felt like she couldn't leave. But again, I don't know. I was so far away, but you could tell he was pretty bummed all night. He was walking past us. He was making it. It's like when you were a little kid and all the other kids are playing in another driveway and you keep driving by on your bike, waiting for them to go like, oh, Kevin, just come on, man. Just come over here, you big fucking pissing loser.
Sure.
Did you notice that, or was I just like
no? Because that came
because he kept swinging that door, right?
Well, that came into place that Friday night.
Was Kevin like upset that like nobody wanted to talk to him that first night?
That's what I've heard. I never really interacted with him in person that night because he was already like drunk and high when he got there. Okay. So I just like, introduced myself, whatever, and I was hanging out with a different group for the most part. But yeah,
you have no selfie with you and Kevin Dumbfuck.
No, I don't, unfortunately. But what I will say, from what I remember, again, this is a long time ago. I think he like moves quick when he's moving. So when he would like get up to leave the room to go to the bathroom or something, he kind of like busts through the door and swings it open, if that makes sense. Like, I think maybe it was he was just like coming in hot all the time, but not necessarily because he was like, I don't know if he was trying to make a scene each time he was coming in and out of a room.
He wanted people to know when he's coming in or leaving.
Definitely possible, though.
If you will, the childish shit, the way he was acting, and we'll get to that, I guess. But
All right. So yeah, we got someone saying we got to tighten this story up because I'm just so like it was amazing to watch. Like so, now you get home, you get back to the hotel from DabbleCon, and
Right.
he, you ask him if you can have a speaker on, at a
Well, no,
relative-
this was before. So we came out a day earlier, so this was Thursday night.
Oh.
So I
Okay.
got no sleep because of him Thursday night.
Wait, but I thought he was tweeting on Friday that he was delayed.
No, that was Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I got in Thursday
Because
too.
I
Yeah, you're
got
right.
in, I drove in from Cleveland.
Okay.
Just get to the pissing shit, man. Come on, OJ.
Hey, you're right. I got in Thursday. I keep
And
thinking
I
I got
was
in
there
on Friday.
early. I actually got there before the storm. So that's another
Yeah.
thing. I was
Yes.
there so early compared to, like I
Right.
should have been there an hour earlier than his flight, but it turned out, he got delayed.
I'm sorry. I keep
sure.
thinking DabbleCon was Saturday and Sunday. So I keep thinking I got there on Friday. So when you were saying Thursday, I got there on Thursday as well. You're absolutely right. Okay, so Thursday night you can sleep because of the speaker and everything. Okay, so now DabbleCon ends. I'm gone. Everyone's leaving. How do you guys get back to your hotel?
I drove us.
You drove. Okay. Now I know you like you're not. You were. I never saw you like not. You were having a good time. You were awesome. And all on Friday, and then again, I woke up Saturday to that message. So now you guys get back to your hotel. What would you like?
Do you remember, were they staying at the Strat or were they in a different hotel?
I don't actually remember, to be honest.
I think El Horrible was staying at the hotel we all stayed at last time, right?
Was he? I stayed there in one of the, they used to have these like little townhome editions. I had rented out one of those when I went.
So I'm just trying to I'm trying to think of whether or not these guys were all in the same hotel.
To share.
Sure. It's amazing. I gotta say this before I tell this little part of the story, but Muttering Jay on Twitter.
Oh my God.
He is amazing. And that's really, he's one of the main reasons I'm doing this is because he's already got so much information. It's like,
who do you think gave him all that information, sir?
Well, it's all the embarrassing stuff I think is already out there.
Right.
So I don't think I can embarrass Kevin any more than he already has been, which is not my intention. So
No,
if
we
Kevin
just-
is listening to this, I don't hate Kevin.
I do.
I know you do. I have empathy for Kevin. I still do, but
That's fine.
I don't.
I think OJ was just deep down was just too nice of a guy for this world. He hated the whole, some certain people we would like shit on or go after. He didn't want conflict with, people at live events. I think he was just deep down just too nice of a guy for this world. That he
Many
wanted
such
something
cases.
to.
I want to talk to him for a little while. I don't know how long that's going to be, but I know he's profusely tried to apologize. He's messaged me a million times apologizing, and I'm just not ready to talk to the kid right now. So I just want to put that out there. If he happens to be listening, I don't hate the kid. It just is what it is. So Friday night, we had a great time.
What's OJ, like a year
KB
older than Kevin?
I mean, I don't know OJ's like exact age, but I think he's older than like me and Rocco are.
Yeah.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. You think he's old? Oh, is OJ over 50, you think?
I mean, I think he's close to it. He looks good for his age, especially if he's 50.
Well, he's like one of the, besides you, he's like one of the thinnest guys in the Dabbleverse.
Was with us. We get back to the hotel. KB is super excited because she was able to meet Anthony Cumia, and she got a little video with him. And she's on Twitter, and just she's like on cloud nine.
Sure.
Yeah, right. I I think Kevin was a little jealous of that.
Kevin was jealous of Cumia.
Yes, I do believe so.
He's out of his mind.
I think he was a little jealous that I was getting so much love from everybody, and maybe he wasn't getting as much love as I was getting. You know, this is only speculation. This is just how I feel.
Hey, allegedly.
Allegedly. So yeah, we're sitting in the hotel, and Bob Levy's gonna do his show out of the coffin.
Yes.
So
I was for the B story. I was getting Taco Bell. I was driving in the snow, risking my life for nachos.
For fast food. Good Lord. Fast food will end up somehow, if anything, Rocco is somehow going to end up dying in some way due to fast food, either going to get it, coming from it, or just from eating it all the time. But that's just my own theory.
There's Belgrande. Go ahead.
So we got we're listening to Levy, KB, and myself. We're having a great time just listening in. Like, we're trying to listen to the show, and Kevin decides he was gonna play music over the show. So we weren't able to hear the show. I'm like, Kevin, what the fuck are you doing, man? And that's when like the gibberish and the drunken mumbling, the high pitched thing, that he does. He started doing that. He's just being an asshole.
Right.
So let's fast forward. Him being an asshole, KB and Kevin leave the room. I decide I'm going to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe 20, 30 minutes later, Kevin comes back. And I just, tried staying in bed and falling asleep. Well, for the next hour or two, I was listening to Kevin just speak sort of in tongues, if you will.
Really? Now, Kevin is a 16-year-old like myself, right?
No, he's a 40-something-year-old man.
My God. All right, I just need to get that out there for all the defenders.
So, what am I going to do? The guy's hammered.
So where is he? Is he like knee deep in the toilet?
No. He's in. So the rooms were separated. I was on one side and he was on the other side, and it was open, but there was a wall like separating us. So, yeah, and this was going on for a couple hours, probably, of just making noises, and
so he's just sitting there mumbling.
Yeah.
All right,
motherfucker. I remember hearing that, but fuck everybody, fuck them, fuck everybody,
fuck everybody, fuck them.
Yep.
Sounds like someone I know, other than Kevin, but I can't quite put my finger. All right, so he's mumbling. This is going on for a couple hours. You keep coming in and out of sleep.
Yes. And then this is okay. So I must have fell back asleep because I kind of wake up and I feel like a presence next to me. And
where are you? You're in the bed?
I'm in the bed. Yes.
And you feel presence in the bed, or
no.
I'm
glad you cleared that up.
Yeah.
No, I could just feel like someone standing near the bed.
Fascinating. Did you smell anything?
No,
or did you hear anything? You just felt a presence.
I heard more mumblings, like gibberish, like.
Okay, now are the lights off? Completely.
It's completely like dark. I
blackout shades, the whole deal.
Yeah. I can't see anything.
This is horrifying.
It was.
Poor man.
Story's kind of hot.
Now I'm trying to remember. Were both their beds in the same room? Because I think they had like a big enough hotel room where there was like some sort of wall dividing like the like main area to where the beds were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds like there was some sort of division between where they were sleeping.
So I'm assuming like both the beds happen to be in the same little room.
Wake up too.
So I just remember saying, Kevin, what the fuck are you doing? And more mumbling continues, and I reach over, I turn the lamp on, and as soon as the light comes on, I see a naked Kevin Dumbfuck standing over the there's a desk where I had put all of my things. I had my jeans on there, my wallet, my keys. Underneath the desk, I had put my shoes, my boots, one of my bags, and he's just pissing all over everything. And I gotta say, thank God I moved my computers, because I had my computers on that desk, and I moved them right before I went to sleep. Otherwise, I might be in jail for murder right now.
So he didn't. So he pissed on more than just his jeans. It sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like he pissed on everything but the computers.
That's was supposed to be my opening line. Why are you not in jail right now? Like, how far are you from him at this point when you realize?
Just a couple feet. Well, I mean, just a couple feet. I instantly just, you wake up to this, and I went and I started raging. My first thought was to just grab him by the neck and just beat the shit out of him. And as soon as I got up, I kind of went towards him, and I stopped myself, and I told him I should kick your motherfucking ass. And when I said that, he kind of scurried back into his room, and so then
he's totally nude,
totally, completely.
Did he have shoes on or socks?
I didn't notice that.
Have you ever encountered this to where somebody very well is drunk, inebriated to the point where they are blackout drunk and they are buck naked, pissing everywhere inside?
No, I've had people vomit in that situation. Never anyone just like urinate wherever.
I've done time in the Army, I think a lot of you know, and there was an instance where one guy, this guy had to be like in his 40s. It was our last night. We were going home the next day from something, and he got himself blacked out drunk to where
I was going to say, I've never seen people drink like Army people drank, so I already knew you were going to say somebody got blackout drunk.
He got back to where his bed was, which happened to be like bunk beds where we were all staying. He had the top bunk. The guy on the bottom bunk woke up the next morning like wet because the dude up top pissed so much, like more than once, and it kind of leaked like down. I don't even know how to describe it, but that was the only other time I ever heard of another man like pissing on another man because of alcohol.
Oh man. So he runs away and goes and you're just like looking at your.
So now I'm still enraged. I mean,
like you're knocking on his door, like, you motherfucker.
I may have been doing that. I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was motherfucking him quite a bit, calling him whatever I was saying. And so then from going to like realizing I can't, I don't want to go to jail for this, beating the shit out of somebody, my mind switched to like, okay, revenge. Like I started seeing some of his shit around. Like he had that stupid weed company. He had that hat he wears.
Oh God.
I see all his shit. So I start pulling out my, piece to piss everywhere.
You're a monster hog.
Well, and
that's
then,
a good point too that he's making. Where the chatter there, like there's some people who just can't handle it, and they become just like pissing monsters.
Yeah, maybe it's just obviously I think like everything, that whole event, and the first night he probably obviously got carried away. There might have been a few other factors involved besides alcohol too, but
yeah, because didn't he say he had said that he took like expired muscle relaxers or some weird excuse that he made?
Yeah.
Like I think he just like drank too much, vaped too much, and probably took some pills, and he couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, he obviously drank prior to this. We've seen him on live streams.
Yeah, and he's angry when he's not sober to top all of that off, you know. So
it's just a bad mix of everything, I think.
I stopped myself from doing that, and
good for you.
My instinct was to just like grab my shit, get the hell out of there. So the first thing I did was put my jeans in the shower because they're pretty expensive jeans. If they were just some Walmart jeans, I wouldn't have cared, I guess, so much.
He picked them up and put them in the shower. I'm like, that's the one thing that bothers me. Like, if somebody pissed on my clothes, I'm not touching them. I'm not picking them up. I'm not taking them home. I mean, is there like a certain amount of like a $700 pair of jeans? Are you willing to like look past somebody pissed on them?
I mean, forgetting the fact I would never pay $700 for a pair of anything. I mean, I don't know. So, like, if somebody pissed on my laptop, that costs a couple thousand. Yeah, I'd probably keep it. Somebody pissed on I don't know. I don't own any clothes that cost that much, so
I would at least
can't imagine keeping any of it.
I would leave them behind and be like, whoever did it, like, you owe me now. Like, you're gonna have to pay for this shit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know how you enforce that other than like getting physical at that point. But it's like, yeah, it's like you need to replace it.
It's like a lose-lose situation. I mean, it's a pissy situation to be in.
Shower, and while they were in the shower, which, by the way, I ended up throwing those jeans away when I got home.
Wrong. He ended up bringing them back to DabbleCon.
Hypocrisy. He's a liar.
Oh. You hear that, Pest?
Pest, clip it.
And those were expensive jeans, no?
A couple $100, yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
If you're over the age of 40, you don't need to spend a couple $100 on a pair of jeans.
Well, hold on. We got to figure out now. What's the lie? Did he throw out the jeans and then bring a fake pair to DabbleCon 2? Or did he lie about throwing out the jeans and then brought the real jeans to DabbleCon 2?
God damn, you're making my job harder now.
Yeah, we need to put a poll in the chat. Where's Chad?
I'm not making a poll.
Mods, make a poll. King, make a poll.
So anyway, I grab all my. I left a bunch of shit there. I'm not even sure what I left. I just made sure I had my computers and anything that was really, really worth any value. I left the room. Now it's going to be 2 nights of no sleep. Get out to the car. I'm like, who the hell am I going to call 4:30 in the morning? There's no, what am I going to do? There's no rooms. Everything's booked. I just tried to sleep in the car.
Right.
And that lasted a couple hours. And then that's when I had just said, fuck this. I gotta find somebody to save me. And thank God for El Horrible.
With open arms.
With open arms. Coming through.
Given OJ my room number. And he triumphantly came up to my room. And at this point, I thought you were staying at the hotel. Later, you told me that he fucked up and he didn't even book the right hotel.
No.
Okay, so those two were at a different hotel than I think the Strat.
Right. No, we had a shithole hotel.
Because our hotel was amazing. It was beautiful. My suite was great. And since no one knew who I was, I could sit in the lobby and watch Dr. Steve and Anthony Cumia have a conversation with each other when they first got there. And I was just like, I was in heaven. It was great. But
I'm envious. I'm envious of that. We did not have that.
I can't pronounce the name of the hotel, but it was a fantastic hotel.
Like Strathallan, maybe?
Strathallan, yeah, something like that. There's something called Char Steak in there, so it was great. It was a great place. If you're ever in Rochester, I don't know why you would go. If someone kidnaps you and takes you to Rochester and you somehow escape, go stay at that hotel.
Your room was beautiful. Like the hotel was really nice. It was, especially compared to what we had. Like it was, our place was a shithole.
And thank you to everyone who supported my fundraising to get to DabbleCon because my mom said you're not going to this thing. And then I said, hey, what if, I don't really have to pay much? And she was like, okay.
See, look at that. There's you in a chat back then saying you're at the same hotel.
Not only was I at that same hotel, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I was at that same hotel.
You can do it then. So thank you all. I've never formally thanked everyone. So thank you all.
I'd like to, since we're doing that, there was a few people, and I feel guilty not knowing all the names right now.
Yeah.
But the main benefactor, if you will, Mr. David Chandler, who, by the way, is such a fantastic human being.
David Chandler. We all know him from this past weekend, the whole Granny incident, the whole, Eckel and Rochi incident. I don't know if he was involved in that too, but a lot of these things somehow all lead back to David Chandler. It's interesting. Deadful. He's a great guy. I met him over the weekend. I met him before.
He's honestly a great guy. I feel bad that he gets such a bad rep, but
he gets too close to the fire with some of these individuals and personalities and stuff like that, I think.
Yeah, and some of the people he bankrolls, it's like they're not interesting. Stop.
I mean, he has a big heart, and without him, a lot of these people, we probably wouldn't have still doing shows today. But we do thank him for that. At least, still always helps supporting, content creators.
I'm so glad I was able to meet him.
Yeah,
what a great guy.
Very cool. It was very cool to get to meet him. Absolutely. Really nice man. I believe he was at the good hotel. I don't know. Again, I'm, not saying you were at the bad hotel, but we were definitely at the good hotel.
No, we were at the ghetto hotel. That's absolutely, positively.
That's amazing to me. Was he doing all these $69 David Chandler super chats? La 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 la.
That is interesting because remember, Chandler. I remember giving. What they had a price of $1,000 they needed to go to DabbleCon, and I think Chandler gave that to Kevin and OJ. Because remember, El Harible, he had his own little Ko-Fi thing set up or whatever.
Yep.
And he went on Cardiff, ended up having BeDabbler on to help promote it. But I think Chandler, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the word, bankrolled OJ and Kevin. So what they did with the rest of that money, I mean, it does bring up a good point here.
Anyway, okay, so Saturday, you come to my hotel. I go, OJ. You don't see two sets of footsteps here because I carried you to my hotel room. And I said, go take my bed because you've had a tough night. I had to go out and find some dresses for BeDorrible, and Goodwill was opening in about 30 minutes. So,
and you bought me a bagel, which was
a bagel.
That was on top of everything else, taking me in.
The guy everyone calls an anti-Semite is going out and buying bagels for everybody.
Letting me crash in your bed. And by the way, if I wouldn't have gotten that rest, man, I don't know what DabbleCon day 2 would have been like because I was dead. I had no sleep. And you came through for a brother. You saved my ass, man.
No problem, man. And as I had always said, I never had a problem.
Did you know Kevin was Jewish? I assume so. He kind of gave it away in previous episodes about the J word. Don't think we could say it here.
I love seeing O Umlaut show up, starting shit even back then.
Seriously is one of the most genuine people I've met in this community. And I've met a lot of genuine people. I have 2 of them in the waiting room. Guys, I see you. We're just going to get up to when we kind of met you guys, and then we'll bring you guys in.
Oh, this is a surprise for me? Cool.
Yes, man. I do. I have 2 guests, 2 very beloved chatas. Beloved chatas. But yeah, Kevin's a fucking idiot. He was fucking at the thing, and then he fucking pissed all over the fucking guy's clothes, and he's just a fucking idiot. But so
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, I really, this is something we didn't really touch on. I know we've talked about it, and I've seen people in chats talk about it or whatever, but, okay, I'm sure a lot of us have been there. You get shit-faced drunk. It is a forgivable thing, right? Okay? But, dude, Kevin drinks. I don't know every day if it's every day or not, but every time I see him, he is drinking, okay?
Right.
And to be a 40-something-year-old man and not to be able to handle your liquor, that's something, okay, I remember, like, in my 20s, living with a bunch of dudes. My buddy wakes up, starts pissing in the laundry basket at the end of the hall because he thinks he's in the bathroom. Okay, you're in your 20s. You're still a jackass. Okay. But to be in your 40s, I'm sorry, Kevin, if you're listening to this, dude, you need some serious help. Okay? He
makes a good point here.
Some problems. And I'm saying that from not a bad place. I'm saying that from somebody that actually does. I still like the guy. I know it's crazy. People might not like that, but I still like Kevin. I just don't want to work with him anymore. And one day I will talk to him again. It's just, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon.
Saint OJ. Good on you, brother. Kevin, this is Mitch, the actor who plays El Horrible. Keep drinking. It's fine. They really don't care. All right. Now back to DabbleCon. So you get I say, OJ, I have all this electronic equipment in my room, my laptop, and I've just met you last night formally, and I don't care. Sleep in my room, and I'm going to leave to go buy dresses at Goodwill. So I left, went to go Goodwill, picked out 3 beautiful dresses for BeDorrible, got our bagels, come back. OJ, I think OJ was sleeping because I heard snoring, and
I
you
have
said
sleep
you didn't
apnea,
hear.
so yeah, I mean,
He didn't want anybody to know that.
You heard me snoring. Thank God. Like, I fell asleep. It's good to know that I fell asleep because
Right.
I wasn't sure if I did or not.
You did. Everything was still in my room. I went, this is great. I'm going to go to Best Buy. I left again. I bought some more things at Best Buy that I needed. Came back, and we had to be back at DabbleCon at like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, we met there about 1 o'clock. Yep.
Yeah. And that is probably a good time to add my 2 guests. Bad with 2 Ds and Skinny Chad's.
Yeah, at this time he brings on Skinny Chad and Bad with 2 Ds. Bad with 2 Ds, the guy who was around earlier on, along with Bill Lonely, who kind of parted ways from the Dabbleverse following Dabble. A lot of some of these guys did after post DabbleCon 1 realize, okay, that's the pinnacle of all of this. I'm moving on. And
I think Bad with 2 Ds was like basically right after DabbleCon. He kind of did like a few things, and I don't think he's really done anything ever since, as far as I know, at least.
I know he shows up now and then. I'm gonna jump forward here until the main event shows up. We're gonna kind of skip over. They do watch a little bit of Ken Ano. I'm just gonna fast forward through that. R.I.P. Ken. I'm sorry. All right. Now at this point, Cardiff joins.
Interesting. Well, you weren't that tall though. You're a big
But
dude.
with
But
in all fairness, nobody knew Cardiff was that tall.
Oh, you're still going with the whole that the Spider-Man guy was not Cardiff. Okay. I don't know if that's actually Cardiff who was messaging us. You know what I mean? Can you like click on them and see their chain, like their channel?
Yeah, I'll try to confirm it.
Because I mean, I'm pretty much done and I'm tired. You guys like live on the Eastern time zones or whatever?
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast.
Oh, wait, he did tell me 15 minutes if you can wait. So it is him. Okay, it was him.
So it should be any minute.
What's your favorite color of the day, Skinny Chad? Oh, wait, never mind. I don't need that. Ladies and gentlemen, a drinking Cardiff Electric.
Hello, Cardiff.
Oh, hello.
How are you, sir?
Obnoxious John. BeDabbler, Skinny Chad Zumach. I saw you put up some of my copywritten art up on your show. Not cool. Not cool.
Him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is hard.
So I
No,
really needed to come on and set the record straight. I didn't listen to any of the show, but I know it's all bullshit. So let me start from the beginning. What did you guys talk about?
We talked about everything.
How much we love you and that we think you're great. So if that's all bullshit, then I guess you're right.
No, that
It was also like at this time where Cardiff kind of ended up dropping the slow talk, the monotone style, and kind of just started being like sounding like the guy we know him now, not the guy like a lot of people remember him pre-DabbleCon. It seemed like there's like two eras, like post-DabbleCon 1 and like pre-DabbleCon 1. You know, AD and BC. And
I kind of like how they, at this point, they didn't even know if they were talking to the real Cardiff when he was like, I might be able to be on in 15 minutes or whatever he said. It was like, they're like, can you check the channel? Like now, of course, it's not hard to figure out if you're talking to the real Cardiff, but he was such a mystery even back then. We didn't know when we were really dealing with him and what his intentions were, because he would sometimes tell us stuff and then not show up to it on purpose to troll us behind the scenes,
And even at these live shows, like people didn't know who or what he looked like, people weren't sure if that was even the real Cardiff that was at DabbleCon 1. I mean, he kept that mystery going for a while. And obviously following this episode, these guys ended up doing a lot more stuff together. And it was only like a month after this was the whole Tampa Accords, followed by a month later, Tukey showed up. And things after this, they definitely got a lot more, I don't want to say like closer or whatnot, but I think we all know what happened after this.
part was right. Go talk. What other things did you talk? Start from the beginning.
Oh,
Let's go.
Where were you when
Mhm.
you had first heard the rumors of Pissgate? Do you remember?
I think he was busy pissing.
I was laying on the floor of Kevin's hotel room with my mouth open.
Doom.
I gotta say, Cardiff was a sweetheart of a guy too, and he actually broke character with me for. He didn't break character
Stop
most
lying.
of the time he was there.
Shut up.
You're lying.
He did.
I've never seen those eyes get so big before.
Lying.
He felt bad for. He felt bad for OJ. The potato felt bad for me.
More lies from Obnoxious John. First of all, Obnoxious John, I never want to kink shame anyone. Okay? But the fact that you asked Kevin to piss on your clothes and then you come on a show like this accusing him of malfeasance, I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you. I thought you were I don't know why I thought you were a better person, but I thought you were a better person.
Do you think he pissed on you, OJ, to keep me away from you? Like I would smell his scent, like deer urine. Hey, does DoorDash deliver deer urine?
He was claiming him.
Right.
He's marketing his territory.
Exactly. So, like, yeah, exactly. Can you get deer urine delivered? Asking for a friend.
Yes.
Cardiff, do you remember who told you the rumor or anything like that? Can you give some insight onto your thoughts?
Well, I did
Pissgate?
hear. I don't remember the first time I heard it because I did hear it a lot, but I did hear it from the horse's mouth himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he came up to you. Oh, wait, OJ or Kevin?
No, Kevin Dumbfuck.
He just went.
I thought that was going to be a Chrissy joke.
No, he did
I thought
have.
so, too.
He did come to me full of remorse.
Missed opportunity.
For his actions the night before.
Cardiff would never shit on Chrissy Mayer. He can't.
And
Cardiff, if you missed the show, I feel like I went pretty easy on Kevin. I do have some empathy for the guy. I don't hate him. I
do. We heard you, OJ. You don't hate him.
He's like, does Kevin have something on OJ that he's worried he'll get out or something like that? Is that why he's being very like it's not like going after him as hard as somebody would had another man pissed on your shit? makes you wonder. There are, after this episode, like next week, I do have a few videos saved that kind of give Kevin's side of the story and whatnot, and that whole era. I'm gonna go through them and see if we'll do like a Pissgate episode or whatnot.
Yeah, and I think it's good to give Kevin's side of the story. You know, we've focused a lot on Rocco's side so far.
Yeah, like I got like episodes where Kevin was on with other people talking about it. So, you know, to be fair, you know, we're not. I mean, I'm not the fairest podcast out there, but you know, I like to at least be fair, and maybe we'll hear that.
And everybody already knew the story, so my goal was not to bash Kevin Dumbfuck on the show. If I did, you know, I apologize, but my goal was just to tell the story.
But Obnoxious John, let's you got to really calculate your moves better here. How are you ever going to get anyone else to piss on you ever again if this is how you react? Like, think about it. You should be in this for the long term. Think about a 55-year-old Obnoxious John with no one to piss on him because you've burned every piss bridge out there.
Everyone
piss bridge.
Think about it.
Every bridge, yeah.
Everyone on the outside probably thinks that DabbleCon is some kind of urine fetish convention now. You ruined the DabbleCon name, drunk fuck.
You're the Kevin Brennan. You're the Kevin Brennan of Golden Showers, Obnoxious John.
And Chad's a fucking idiot. I mean, I just gotta come out and say it. Chad's a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, we need to talk to Skinny Chad Zumach about that idea.
Yes.
Yes. Maybe after this show.
We got a gig for you, Skinny Chad. All right, yeah, man. I wish you had hopped on a little sooner, Cardiff. We've already been talking for an hour and 45 minutes, and I really don't. I mean, unless you have anything that you wanted to ask John, OJ. I don't know why I call him John. OJ.
No, I'll save that for Dabble Court. Will you come on Dabble Court, Obnoxious John? Yay or nay? Dribble Court, sorry.
I would say yay, but with that said, I don't really think there's okay, for entertainment value, yes, I will do it.
Yeah, you're gonna get your ass sentenced. You're gonna end up in prison.
That's
All
fine.
El Horrible did.
I will get to the truth because I did hear some things in the audience on Friday where you were, let's say you were a thirsty young man. and it was piss on the menu that you were looking for. I remember you yelling at a waitress at Comedy at the Carlson. Why is there no piss on the menu? I came all the way to Rochester for piss, and there is none here. So that doesn't bode well for your case. I have witnesses. I'll have expert testimony coming in, but it's not looking good for you, John. Maybe you should bow out now.
Son of a bitch.
Or get a good lawyer.
Hey, Cardiff.
Yes.
What happened
Skinny
to
Chad
Palm
Zumach.
Swipes left?
Who?
Palm Swipes left. Now that the filter's expired, what happens? What becomes of him?
None of the words you're saying I understand.
Is that English?
What?
What Skinny Chad Zumach was saying.
What Skinny Chad was talking about, the Palm Swipes Left, was an after show for Mom Swipes Left, where a guy came on as a potato filter, and Cardiff then got involved using a potato filter following that we covered on a previous episode of Date Night way back when.
Who? I don't know. He did an episode. Somebody asked me that, and I checked, and he did an episode post. There's before the shutdown, BS, and post shutdown. I guess whatever. He did an episode since the shutdown, so I don't know if he figured out the workaround that I did, or he just, I don't know. He's a fucking idiot. He gets 5 views. What do you want me to say? I stole his gimmick, and I'm doing something with it. Fuck him. He has a brain injury. Let's be
all
nice
right.
to him.
I'm just curious if
it is
you
Brain
look on
Injury Awareness Month.
The people that you step on to get to the top, you know.
Yes.
Citizen M asks, how do we get Kevin to Dabble Court?
He's
You've reached out, right?
He's willing. He is willing. I was talking to him today, in fact, and he is.
Sure, his bladder is.
He is ill. He is ill. He is not feeling well
Is he
after
dehydrated?
DabbleCon. He is.
Infected bladder.
Yes, it is a piss related issue. So again, possibly there was a medical issue that caused him.
Oh, my urethra! All that expensive threads infected my urethra.
So we don't know. It could have been an emergency, a medical issue. Dr. Steve may be on Dabble Court as providing some expert piss testimony.
That would be fantastic to get Dr. Steve, because I do think Dr. Steve could maybe help Kevin.
Yes.
Yes. Or we can all watch as we all develop our own Lady Di.
I don't know if he was like hoping Kevin would like stick around and keep drinking on live streams.
Anyway,
You're still bitter, aren't you?
oh my fucking!
Couldn't tell. It's funny. I
UTIs
couldn't
kill people.
I couldn't tell yesterday that you were still bitter, but today it's coming loud and clear.
Oh my God!
Strange.
Keep drinking, Kevin. You're only interesting, Kevin.
This is Mitch, the actor who plays Albert Horrible, and I just want to say, look at all the attention you're getting now.
Mitch.
I forgot he used to
People-
tell
yes.
everybody his name was Mitch before we knew his name was Rocco.
I know.
This
I have no idea.
is before he got doxxed.
Where did he ever come up with the name Mitch?
Well, that is my real name. I'm the
I
actor.
thought it was
Mitch
Steve.
Connor from South Park. That's my guess.
That ended up becoming another Chatter's name.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's Steve, sometimes it's Mitch. You know, I'm Julian trained, and I just want to say, you're never
Hey, I don't like
more
the term
interesting.
Julian
trained.
Juilliard. Julian is
Juilliard.
something that people do to potatoes.
Yes, you're right. That would have been funny if I actually meant to say it.
Doesn't it
But-
suck when people step over your monologue?
He should be used to that by now with that damn bell and all the super chats. Like, oh God, when he first went on your show, I remember how frustrated. I could see the frustration.
Thank you very much,
He's
David.
got to
Palmer.
be used to it by now.
Please, be Dabbler. It's your show, I guess. Continue.
I just wanted to say, Kevin, you've never been funnier. This is the funniest thing you've ever done in your entire life. Keep it up, buddy. You know, whatever,
is, Kevin.
whatever fuels the creative juices. That's what I say.
Kevin is good
And in your
for
case, it
advertising
seems to be
himself.
Sky
Though.
vodka, the cheapest vodka in the world.
You gotta give him credit though for at least
For what?
Yeah, I mean, people are talking about him. I mean,
Yeah, and he. Oh, hey, yeah, okay. Well, let's go into that. Let's share some clips of. Is Carlos gone? Because we can look at. So, when did Carlos do his show?
Who?
Carlos Danger, the
Never heard
Insufferable
of him.
podcast one.
No
Because
idea.
Kevin ended up in that chat. Did you guys see?
They're referring to the Carlos show that we just watched previous to this. He goes on to like kind of like give like a recap of that and like talk about Kevin in the chat that we already saw earlier. And I think that's about it for tonight's date. DabbleCon 2023.
Good times.
If you had what did you think the DabbleCon 2 or DabbleCon 1 was better?
They both sucked.
It's not
They're both gay. I won't be going to DabbleCon 3.
Hackamedia 4. You gotta go. You're greatly missed. Oh boy. Well, folks, you got any last words? Oh, now you're. What, did he just leave? That son of a. He just left me like that. See that? Where'd he go? All right. Well, now that I ran off my guest, Kiki Loco, I'm going to call it a night here, folks. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I know you had many choices out there, but you chose to hang around here with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you to Waver, who definitely the executive producer. Thank you to my guest Kiki Loco, wherever you are. Maybe he has a faulty Google Chrome or something, I'm thinking. But until next time, folks, remember.
My name is El Horrible. Welcome to BeDabblin Live, the only show in the Dabbleverse who's not afraid to say that Kevin Dumbfuck is talentless.